adventuring the lands of Toivoa. Specifically, and most recently, you are down here in South Cove, just outside the city at the Karth Estate, Ricard's childhood home, where you have come to find out what's going on with the Von Karths and potentially figure out what we can do to resolve the political landscape in the area, or potentially get rid of the Sturges. And last week, Ricard collected his birthday present from his 40th birthday, which they had been holding on to since he disappeared mysteriously. It's believed that an individual calling himself Malachi was the one who abducted him and took him to Shalosh, where he was going to be scheduled to be drained of his essence. And that's where we pick up the next morning, after you guys have had a long rest, and Ricard has had a meal in the form of the dreams of a very nice young lady. So,
how lucky is he? I mean, 40th birthday, he gets magical armor. I usually get like a gift card to Outback or something.
do I sense some jealousy for your 40th birthday?
Maybe a little bit. I mean, wake up
be
with
pretty
somebody
excited
in your
about
bed. Yeah.
You'd probably be pretty excited about a gift card to Outback.
You got a lot to be excited about, Ricard.
Does that include drinks?
I wonder what dreams Ricard ate, because like back in the day, I don't know what their dreams are. Like the modern Ricard would probably feast on people's dreams of owning a home and retiring.
Yeah. Yes, there's different dreams.
Too real.
So,
Too real.
Amer character was here last week, but he was not. So I'll start this up because so I think Amer and Brennan shared the same room, I believe. Is that correct, Eric?
I believe that is correct.
Okay. So I'll start with this then. So whether it was last night or this morning, whichever, Brennan will tell Amer though, I don't trust this family, even though they've treated us with respect and they've been honest as far as I can tell. I did find a secret compartment in the master bedroom and explored it. It led to a small room where I heard some type of animal, a dog of some kind. I didn't want to kill it, seeing how they've treated us with nothing but respect, and I didn't want to risk making too much noise either, giving myself away. Do you think something like that's worth following up, or do we have bigger plans, bigger fish to fry? What do you think?
I mean, it's a castle. I'd be worried if it didn't have secret passages.
Well, you're not there. He's talking to Amer at the moment.
Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah. Amer specifically because of his rogue background.
Amer?
You there, Joe?
Is his microphone muted?
No, it's on.
Mm.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Yeah.
On the computer.
I blame Shadrach.
He is in front of me,
Yeah,
walking
the cat.
my way. God damn it, cat! Quit knocking shit down.
No.
He doesn't love me. He wants my dinner, and he's
So-
knocking stuff down to get to it. Amer goes, well, I mean, what kind of dog was it? Like a big dog, a hellhound, a celestial hound, a meat hound, a meat golem dog? I mean,
No, I don't believe there's anything like that. I believe it was some type of animal. I'm assuming a domestic animal. I didn't see it. It was sitting on the opposite side of a chair, and I didn't want it to cause an alarm. I didn't want to kill it necessarily either.
I mean, if it's a regular dog, there's ways around that. We just gotta go find a real big steak.
I mean, an arrow will work through the back of the chair next time if we decide that's...
Here. Here's the thing, though. If we murder the dog, okay, and then someone's gonna find the body, we'd run into that. If we
This is what
describe
I'm
the dog,
thinking. Right.
maybe put some sedative in its, in a meal for it, put it to sleep. That'd probably work pretty well.
I mean, if I had the tools, I could just taxidermy it and put it in one of these rooms. It would look like it belonged there, but
Just kill it, stuff it, and just put it in a room like a showpiece.
yeah.
I mean, that's not a terrible idea. I've heard worse.
But, here's the thing, though, too. The others have already chimed in and said, nothing is out of the ordinary. These people have, again, done nothing but treat us with respect. Every castle has escape rooms. This was in the master bedroom. That makes sense that there was. I don't know if it's worth our time or not.
I know I was kind of out of it during the beginning of, when we first got here and whatnot, but I'm always suspicious when we just randomly get welcomed. This is us. No one ever welcomes us anywhere.
It's true. We did commit a genocide, essentially, or at least ecocide.
I mean, I'm not even getting into all that. People don't just welcome us places, except Nausea.
There's that, and what got me, aside from them being vampires and my history of being paid to kill those things, even if they are some other type, is the idea that the emphasis here seems to be to restore their power. They want to restore their grandeur. My question is, what does that have to do with us? What does that? Are we inadvertently doing something that we shouldn't be doing? Why do I care about this palace and whether or not it gets renovated in 10 years or not? And just who might we inadvertently be working for in this power dynamic? I don't do politics.
See, that's where we're getting at. Why we're here is because of Ricard. Wanting to figure out his family stuff, whatnot. Why he's being I guess nice or pleasant to these people is a little beyond me. But I'm a little curious.
Yeah, I mean, I empathize with that with my family too, but I don't know. My family didn't instruct us to go and essentially reassess with our force the power dynamics in a region without knowing exactly why, per se. I don't know. This is out of my league.
Corlin is all about power dynamics and stuff because nothing plays nice around here.
Well, I'm good either way. Yeah.
Let's hear from Ricard before we go too far into that, because I mean, I've been here. How long have we been here?
A day.
I've been here a day, and I haven't caused any chaos yet. So
It's true.
I'll find out later on if I actually did and don't remember. So let's ask you what Ricard wants us to do before I listen to him or blatantly disregard everything he said and go do it anyway.
Like kill the dog or whatever that thing is.
Go down the thing, kill the dog, write things in the sky. You never know. Get drunk.
Well, we could do that regardless.
Well, yes, I'm saying the world is our oyster, Brendan. Let's go see what Ricard's doing and maybe what he wants us to do, and then we'll decide what we want to do, which is ultimately more important.
Brendan's taking notes like this is sage rogue advice as a level 1 rogue.
Hey, advice is advice, okay? It doesn't matter how experienced you are.
Sure.
Cool.
All right, so you guys going to go to breakfast?
Yep.
Awesome. As you guys go downstairs to the main hall, you're going to smell oatmeal this morning. You look around, and there's a large pot of oatmeal. It's not been served, but a large pot with about a gallon of oatmeal and a small pitcher of maple syrup and a stack of bowls and spoons on a table, unattended.
So, Eric, last night were there sturges flying around, like around the palace or the castle?
Yes. we needed to actually cover that about you being outside.
Oh.
I'll have fun with that.
Because you were outside. What you saw last night, Sweet August Rose, and I forgot to mention this last week, was a wall of man-sized creatures that were flying and trying to get into the Von Karth compound. It's surrounded you on 5 sides, front, back, or north, east, west, south, and above. It looked like a crawling beehive from the inside.
Holy crap. That is a lot. And they were all man-sized? Okay.
Yep.
So like 150, 200 pounds each?
Yeah,
Give or take, yeah.
well, probably closer to 100 pounds because they're kind of lean until they gorge on your blood.
Okay. No wonder no one
Their
can get
stingers
anything
are
done
about 3
around.
feet long.
Yeah, no wonder no one can get anything done around here. That makes sense. Though... Yeah, no, that makes sense. Because, like, you know, and if South Cove can't farm because the land is the way it is, and they can't get food from the ocean because of the beasties they have guarding against the Protectorate, where does South Cove get its food? Like,
That's a good
Huh.
question. You
That
should
is a good
ask
question.
somebody.
I mean, yeah, she's sitting in the dining hall just waiting for everyone else.
Okay.
She'll have her. Well, I don't know if she's gonna do it here. Like, is there anyone else in this hall, or is it just empty?
Well, you see Brennan and Amer coming down the hall.
All right. Well, it doesn't matter. So, yeah, she would have her, because she also spent all night, you know, summoning her clone.
Right.
Now that it's back, and it has, you know, it has her outline, but it also has horns and a tail.
Mhm.
She's going to reach into her bag and hand the clone her file from her carving tools,
Okay.
and she's gonna tell her to get to work. I need you to be, you know, presentation is important, and people are gonna think you're a demon if you walk around like that.
Echo, I don't know that Echo said last week that he had walked into Rose's room and kind of curled up at the foot of the bed or under the bed, you know, to sleep. He didn't like sleeping here with the dream eaters kind of thing. He's kind of nervous about that. So I could picture Echo under the bed just watching Rose do this whole thing like she forgot Echo's there and kind of snickering.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, so yeah, she's just gonna tell the clone to get to filing, to file those horns off.
Would the clone do it?
Yeah, I mean, it's her. The clone is her, and she agrees with herself.
Now, can it do this while it's attached to you?
No, it has to, you know, be 3-dimensional, because otherwise it's just a normal shadow and it can't be affected by anything. So yeah, it's standing next to her, using the tools and she, like, Rose is like looking at her and like, we're gonna have to do something. Does it have wings too, or is it just a tail and horns?
Up to you.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Up to you. I believe we
Okay.
want to make it cool, so I would say yes, it has wings. Are you going to make it go full dogma on itself?
Well, yeah, basically. Well, she's just like, can you fly? And she's, I don't know. And then she's gonna try to fly. The clone is. If she has wings, might as well give it a shot.
Right? It can jump really high,
Well, she can jump really high.
and it can perch on the 4-poster bed, and it can look ominous. Maybe it can just fall with style.
I mean, oh yeah, you know, can it glide? Because Rose can't glide.
No, but she can fall a very long distance without taking damage.
I'm pretty sure she can fall any distance without taking damage.
Why don't you do a superhero landing?
No, like just even just, you know, it's a perfect Olympic, you know, hands in the air landing, no matter from orbit. But yeah, she'll just experiment with the clone with these Well, first she'll get rid of the horns. Then with the tail and wings, well, that's probably going to damage the clone. And we might need to fight. So we'll work on that later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although, for someone who is so transcendent that they no longer need to eat and have disconnected themselves from mortal desires, there's some potent symbolism in having to use brute force to stop being horny.
Yeah, I mean, basically, yeah, sure. Anyways, so, and that's what she's gonna do before she goes down to talk with the others for breakfast.
Okay. Cool. So, after you join them for breakfast, Echo, would you be waking up at this conversation?
Yeah. I think, like I said, I think Echo kind of wakes up and looks around and kind of snickers and they'll let Rose finish, and then Rose opens the door, kind of just do that alligator crawl out the door.
Okay.
I think one of Echo's favorite breakfast foods is like raw eggs. I mean, he just eats eggs, shell and all, being a kobold. So he's heading towards the breakfast area.
All right. Cool. You get out there, and you see Amer and Brennan and Sweet August Rose. Would Testudinidae be coming down?
Testudinidae saunters down, and fortunately, as he doesn't have hair and his robes are self-pressing, you can't tell that he spent most of the night losing a lot of his coin to his buddies.
Mm-hmm.
He just looks the same neutral that he always does, and gets himself 2 bowls. One that he has a big bowl of oatmeal with just a little syrup, and the second one he fills up just a quarter of the way, but it's like half syrup and half oatmeal.
Okay. And
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
And we're going to let those 5 do their thing down in the dining room for a bit.
Yeah. Echo, what can you tell me about sturges?
They like motorcycles.
Yeah.
Thank you for laughing.
Nice.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think we rolled. I don't know that we rolled on this last week. What do we know?
He's the
about
worst
giant
NPC in
sturges?
Fallout 4.
About giant sturges, let's find out. Can I get you to go ahead and roll a history check? Because these are not natural creatures.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to give myself advantage with enhance abilities.
Because, Rose is just saying, because I think I've heard of sturges before, but, I always thought they were little. They were like bird-sized.
This is a weird place, man. Okay.
Okay.
That's the reason I didn't want to come here.
Yeah, 21.
21. Awesome.
I also got a 21.
Cool.
I mean, I should have been
And
like in
will
the
go ahead and
30s.
share this with you guys. One moment. Make sure I get you guys the right link. Here you go. And Amer. Bam. There you guys go. Enjoy.
I must say, I did see my previous character didn't do a very good job removing the sturges like he was supposed to.
Oh, you're going to share with everybody, huh?
I mean, that's what he was supposed to be doing.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't see
don't
one.
want
Yeah.
Okay.
CR10. Man, we could probably wade through an army of these things.
Well, good, because there is an army of them.
I know.
There's far more than an army of them.
There's
The
a
problem.
Zounds, I believe, is the correct number.
Well,
You're
the-
playing Might
the
and
prob-
Magic, yes.
Yeah, damn straight.
Yes.
The problem is getting rid of them is probably easy. It's the source of. I mean, you could get rid of thousands of them, and tomorrow there'll be thousands more, and they're not going to stop coming until we take care of. I forget the creature's name we talked about last week.
Well,
do these
are they-
things have an aberrant physiology? Are they coming from some other plane, or do they still adhere by the rules of the mortal realm?
My understanding was they were coming from that creature. What they call
The
Maladivoro?
Yeah, Maladivoro.
Maladivoro.
I don't think so.
That's not where
wait,
they're coming from. They're coming
Yeah.
from the nearby mountains,
Yeah.
and it is not just one cave. The mountains are pockmarked with caves.
Do we? Oh, I see what you're saying. So it would be. I mean, it'd be one of these things where you have to go cave to cave to cave. I mean, it could be a campaign.
Yeah. Have you seen
Oh.
the movie Pitch Black?
Nice.
You see, that's what I'm afraid of. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's kind of what I thought. Only my thought was, yeah, you can't ever get rid of all of them because there is a generator out there for them. Yeah, Rose, I think we could kill these things for 10 years and not make a dent, you know?
Well, when you say it like that, are they edible?
I mean, look at them. Would you want to eat one?
I mean,
wouldn't.
she gestures out the window
Actually,
at the
there's not.
desert. I mean, clearly these people don't have much of a choice, but I mean, anyways, out of the various things we can do here, I was giving it some thought, and it just seems that this is the most direct thing we can do to help these people. Alternatively, there's going to South Cove and trying to upend all the politics in there, but that could take a while. Alternatively, I was expecting that South Cove to be full of blood demons, and we're just gonna go there and kill as many as we can before we're having to retreat, but that doesn't seem to be the case. We don't.
I'm trying to tell you the place was civilized. It's just very, very strict.
I mean, to me, I see three kind of paths we could take here. There's probably a fourth I don't know about. I don't guess we've actually, or maybe we have, talked to Ricard's dad about it, but it seems like the three paths I see ahead of us are campaigns. None of the paths that we can take are going to be something that we can do in a week or two game time.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree.
I think each of the paths that I see before us is, okay, we're going to forget about Vagradan and all these other things on our list, and we're going to dedicate ourselves to this instead. So, am I mistaken, Eric? Is there, I mean, from what lore we have so far,
I will tell you that
I don't see an easy
guys. There's not a fast, easy thing here. The fast, easy thing is to touch base with Ricard's parents, figure out what's going on here, basically, set this up for later after you guys have resolved things, and come back and finish these as distant future stuff. This was intended to be a side visit for Ricard to meet up with his family, handle the family, and figure out what was going on with them and why he got sent over there. You guys have discovered most of that. The question is, who's Malachi? You don't have a lead on him at the moment, but as far as the campaign goes, if you guys would like to go back and work on Vagradan and the rest of that we can do that. If we want to go towards fixing up Brennan's homeland, we can do that. If we want to go to the Fey Realms and deal with Amer's issues, there's always that. We can mess with Testudinidae's issues at the Temple of Anwa and why some of the temples are not in great repair, because that's a thing. We've got all sorts of stories that you guys can explore. It's up to you guys where you'd like to go and what you'd like to do.
So, let's talk to Ricard's parents.
Okay.
I would like to help Ricard's family in some way. I don't know if Ricard's actually there yet or not, but I would like to help his family in some way to give them some relief and more hope than they have, and see what they think that course of action might be. And I understand their initial reaction is, well, what can the 5 or 6 of you guys do? It's like, listen, the 5 or 6 of us can do quite a lot if you'll give us, a stick and something to hit it with.
Yep. It's deciding where you want to point the weapon that's the issue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think that's what Echo says to Rose. That's his thought.
Yeah. And there are people directly before us who are in dire straits. What I would advocate for is that before we even consider going towards something like the stronghold of the Sturges, we spend today gathering information and see what we can do tonight to thin the swarm as it attacks. Once we have sufficient corpses of them, I can dissect them and attempt to find a weakness we can exploit. Moth to the flame, so to speak.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. They may have some key weakness,
Yeah.
silver radiance or something.
Yeah, are they? Well, that's another thing we need to do. Are they natural? Are they unnatural? it seems kind of odd. There's so many blood-sucking giant creatures when there doesn't seem to be that much blood for them to suck. Wouldn't they have starved to death?
It's not a construct, and it's not a. I mean, it's a beast. So I mean, it's not. I guess that means it's a natural creature. As unnatural as it sounds to us, it seems like it's a natural creature, like a bat.
Well, I'd have to dissect one to say that for sure.
Brennan's down to hunt anything, so
Yeah.
if we want to do that, yeah.
Yeah, and they're flying. So I mean, Archer killing flying things. That's like your bread and butter, man. That's your jam.
The only consideration is to make sure we won't get swarmed.
Yeah, that is. Well, I mean, that's Tetsu's idea of testing it out tonight near the castle. If we need to retreat, we can. Is a good idea. But yeah, helping the Von Karths is beneficial to my long-term plans. So making potential allies out of them.
Always good to have it's always nice to have a good backup teleport location.
That amongst other things.
Correct.
But I suppose we should talk to them, though I guess they're getting their beauty sleep. Oh wait, that's right. They're scared of that. Is it still like dawn, or is the sun well in the sky at this point?
I would say that you guys probably got up at 7 a.m., so it's probably still coming up and, establishing itself. But yeah,
Oh, yeah.
soon it'll be
There's-
full.
Yeah, they're scared of the dark, so. All right, well. She gestures at the food. This was here for all of y'all if you want to eat.
Is there anything
Like-
other than?
Go
Is there
ahead.
anything other than what?
I think it was porridge with maple syrup.
Yep.
Yeah, well, I guess that's okay.
All right. So you guys can have breakfast. As you guys begin to chow down, upstairs in his bedroom, Ricard von Karth. Did you sleep last night?
Yeah, I think Ricard slept very well. He feels safe and at home now.
Okay. Because I have to ask, was there any fade to black action involved last night with the young lady who was in your bed?
Yeah, I think there was.
Okay. So, is she alive?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, you have a better record than Aimer.
That's still a true statement.
All right.
Maybe this is what Ricard meant by he never brought a woman to his room. They come there on their own.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
All right.
They're sent by his parents?
Why you gotta make it weird?
All right.
Failure to launch.
Failure to launch. Wow. Okay. Not going to touch that one. So, Ricard, would you come down? Or are you going to have one of the servants bring you breakfast in bed?
He'll come down, but first he's been in like his plate armor for like a few days now. It feels like so he's like
No, not last night he wasn't.
not last night. Yeah, now he's home. He's comfortable. He feels safe. So he like puts on like a loose fitting white shirt, kind of sheer, and some tight fitting pants, and he's like just standing in front of the mirror, and he's thinking to himself, "This is it, man. You're gonna have to restore the name."
And she's going to come up behind you and hug you from behind. You'll hear the
He's
words,
just gonna smile.
come back to bed.
As much as I would love to, I've got things to do.
She's disappointed and will go and lay down in the bed. And there's a temptation.
Yeah, but if you think about it, she has a level of exhaustion from the dream eating, so she's going to be rolling her skill checks at half disadvantage. So Are you missing out?
Rickard knows it's not as good the next morning.
Oh man. Okay. So
But Rickard's he's gonna be sitting there, and he's now that he's finally outside of his armor for once, he's gonna notice the giant red, purplish, pinkish gem that's embedded in his chest now, and he's gonna kind of start rubbing it and touching it.
that's
be
what
like-
she did last night.
Yep.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, "What do you think, Matsubon? Is it a good look?" Yeah, I know. The armor just covers it up constantly. It's pretty cool though. But I might need this today, so Rickard goes ahead and like activates the fiend shard
Okay.
for today.
All right. Please roll your die, please. With a 7. Cool.
One is 7. Let's see here. You gain immunity to force damage and deal extra force damage on all attacks.
Nice.
Oh, dude. That's the holy grail.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I thought I put it on 7 on purpose.
And with that, he'll make his way down for breakfast.
Okay. Cool. As Ricard comes
he-
down, he's dressed in a white shirt. He never said pants.
I said tight-fitting
Yeah,
slacks.
Oh,
he
he said
said he
pants.
said tight
Yeah.
pants. Yeah, he's
Okay.
wearing those tight leather pants.
Tight
yeah.
leather pants. All right, sir.
So tight they hide nothing.
Yeah, it's it's those hot vampire pants.
These
So-
pleather pants, or
Like we hear the squeaking as he walks down the stairs.
Exactly.
We got the Brad Pitt vampire.
Aimer goes,
So,
who let Ronaldus Basil in here?
I don't think I've ever seen Mr. Sir Basil outside of his armor.
Yeah, you need to spend more time robbing his house.
I'm
when
fine.
Ricard comes down, I think Echo is talking to Tester Benedict about, hey, the conversation kind of goes along. Hey, I think I figured out how to permanently staff that temple where we left your Simulacrum.
You mean pseudo Dinidae? Yeah.
Yeah, I keep worrying about that because he probably does a pretty good job, but he's not permanent. I think
Nothing
we
ever
do like
is.
it. Yeah, but I think I like the idea of doing like a true polymorph on a creature into something very sustainable, and then we could actually clone that creature, and in 108 days it would be as real as you and I, and undispellable.
Perhaps, but one has to consider that in the places of the gods there can be tremendous magical fluctuations. I mean, one time Anwa herself showed up and magic just broke for a few hours.
Do anything about that? It's a thought. I'm going to keep thinking about
Oh
it.
yeah, I appreciate the thoughts. Although I think our intellects are best turned towards this Sturge menace, and the more that we can analyze them from both a divine and arcane perspective, we might be able to together suss out their weakness.
Yeah. Okay.
We have to.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
hey,
giant man-eating bugs attacking the people at night.
Yeah.
I mean, seems kind of right up our alley. It's like the universe pitched us a softball on this one.
I hate South Cove though.
No, we're not doing it for South Cove. I'm doing it for the Von Karths. Remember, Aimer, when you light a lamp for others, it lights your own path too.
I like my path in darkness.
How about this? It's
I listen
in
to
our
the bedroom,
collective
then I
interest
like
this
the
place
lights
not
on.
fall.
Brennan just wants to hunt them. He doesn't care about the vanguards.
And also, yeah, admittedly, we've been kind of taking it easy the last week. We've barely gotten any exercise.
See, I'm not against going on some sort of murderous rampage of some type. I just don't like Corlin or South Cove or anything to do with anything here for the most part.
Well, in the long term, this could be the first step towards annexing this piece of Corlin into Reston.
I like the way
Or we
you
could just
think.
kill
No,
cool
no, no,
stuff and leave. You know.
No, I like that first one.
Like I said,
rest in two.
it all hell, it just starts with making friends. And no offense, Rickard, I know they're your parents, but I'm looking at this from a practical perspective. I like making friends, especially I like making powerful friends, especially when they're my neighbors.
It's
Hey, we can go-
a wise outlook.
We can go back to that orc war chief lady. I'm sure she'll be your friend.
Okjavuk is a little far away for my needs.
Look, I got a little passionate yesterday about my duties here. I think that in a way, even 1,500 years removed, I'm responsible for the people of South Cove. But I'm not dumb enough to think that just charging a city is going to work. So I also recognize that I've grown in power significantly since I met you guys just a few days ago. So, maybe we can do something else for a little bit and revisit this place. But down for whatever you guys think is best.
Well, that raises the question. That's something I wanted to ask you. Now that we've brought you home, do you want to come with us or do you want to stay here?
Without hesitation, he's like, yes, I want to go with you.
All right. Well, that's why I think taking out these sturges, in addition to all the other reasons that have been elucidated by the others, is it's good practice. We can help your parents, help your lands, and we might figure out where all these things are coming from. Because I was outside last night, and there are truly an unbelievable amount of these things.
I tried to warn you.
What about the sturges?
Yes.
You just said. Oh, you said I don't like going out at night.
I said you can't go out at night. And then you got all uppity, be like, why can't you go out at night? I'm like, you're gonna die.
Yeah,
You never explained why. You just made it sound like you were too scared to go out at night.
Yeah, telling him what he can and can't do rarely ends well, just from what I know of him.
Well, I've done enough times. Going out in South Cove at night is not my idea of a fun time.
Well, if we figure out what's going on at night, we can head out in the day, and maybe we can stop them from coming out at night.
Yeah.
Also, we have the mansion, so if we need to take a rest, we can hide in there, and I don't think they can get us in there.
So, Ricard, do you think maybe it doesn't look like your family's in any real danger, immediate danger anyway? Do you think maybe we could have a conversation with them today about how we might be able to help their situation improve? And then, like you said, maybe come back to this when we have the time to dedicate to it. But yeah, maybe there's something we can do for your family here immediately that would greatly improve their condition and their resources or their ability to protect themselves. And then once we know that's okay and there's nothing to worry about for your family, then we can go back to our normal journeys, I guess.
This group has something resembling normal.
Yeah, I know.
Well, my father's definitely a better strategist than I am, so talking to him would be a wise plan.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to lead that conversation and find out what they would like, or would you like one of us to talk to him?
I mean, I'm sure he'll be down for breakfast any minute now, so we
Okay.
can have the conversation as a whole.
You guys wait for Victor von Karth to come down the way, and he will join you at breakfast by himself. His wife does not come down yet.
Ricard nods as he comes in.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Greetings. He comes over and gives you a hug. I hope you slept well. He gives
Yes.
you a knowing look.
Ew.
Uh,
The implications of this are lost on the rest of the party, as this is a conversation directly between the two of them.
The awkwardness
It
is
was,
not.
yeah, it was quite nice. Yes, but we've been discussing over breakfast what our next steps could be. I mean, as I've been telling you, this is a very, very capable party that I venture with here, and we're willing to help out in some way, but we don't know the best way.
Well, it depends on what you intend to do. The Sturges themselves are a menace, but we live fine with them every night. They are not going any time soon, as we believe they are related to Malavidoro. Taking on Malavidoro, as powerful as I'm sure you are, based off of the stories you have given, is a fool's errand. If you wish to help the household, he looks at Ricard, you could stay. But if you truly wish to do something outside of the compound, you could consider talking to Regan Fang and seeing if he might provide us with compensation or a stipend, perhaps, some support. Or if you're feeling extra refreshed, you could challenge him for his position.
Hamer whistles at that.
Ricard's eyebrows perk up, and he's like, "That's something I might be able to do."
It's
Look at
dangerous.
I mean, I don't know that
and
Echo's familiar with him or his position. Is he?
It's Regan Feng, F-E-N-G.
I know that Ricard doesn't really know much about him, but
Yeah.
he's down to challenge somebody to a fight.
Based off of the information you received yesterday, Regan Feng is the current ruler of South Cove. He is subservient to the Lady of Shadows, who is based out of Ochakwak. But generally he runs South Cove as a city-state.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, so I actually like this idea. The only problem is, I mean, if you were to usurp Regan, I mean, wouldn't you have to stay to fill the position, or
Well, I think his.
or would your father fill the position?
I think Victor would be taking over.
What do you think, Dad?
Even then, let's perhaps do some investigation and find out what is before we start pontificating on what should be.
So what? So I looked to Ricard's dad and like, so what's Regan's weaknesses? You think?
If I knew those, young man, I would have exploited them long ago. All I know about Regan Feng is that at one time he was gracious, kind, charismatic, and charming. He came here twice. The first time, simply to visit and make acquaintances. The second, to demand tribute from us. And he came with giants, cyclopses with great mauls, and 2 great serpents. We gave him the tribute because we did not have a way to fight him off.
How long apart were these 2 visits?
50 years.
Oh wow.
What is he? Is he human? Is he?
He appears human. I am unsure as to his genealogy. He is quite a private individual. He does not show his face outside of his palace often. He tends to allow the guards in the city to manage as necessary, bringing troublemakers into the palace for condemnation. It is not a trial so much as simply an execution. If you are arrested for committing a crime within the city, you are brought before Regan Fang and die.
Do you have a reason to believe that if he was eliminated or removed, that someone else could walk in and establish a leadership or a coup, or would you have to take out his immediate command to keep there from being a power vacuum, or would the city fall into chaos? I mean, do you think that it's as simple as you remove him and his command structure and it can probably be filled quickly?
Removing the command structure will be difficult as he diversifies it quite well. You will be unable to eliminate all of it without removing all of it. It is best in this case to strike at the head, if you choose to do so. Removing him may cause chaos within the city, but that may be good, as the removal of such a powerful entity in charge would allow the populace to rebel. Conversely, someone within his ranks may try to raise themselves up into his position. I'm unsure of his politics, as we have made great efforts to not visit him in his palace.
So if we were to remove him somehow, and maybe a good piece of his command structure, how would you be able to hold the position? What power or what do you have available to you that would help concrete your position so that next week somebody else doesn't just remove you?
I would promote my wife to be in charge instead of myself, as she has the capacity to alter dreams.
And you do have a garrison here, what, a 50 men or so?
Indeed. Which would
They're
be able to
loyal?
hold a palace for a few minutes against such a determined force.
Here, ponder for a minute. Yeah, a few minutes sounds about right.
Yeah.
How long it take? That's a long 50 men would stop me.
Yeah, perhaps what we should seek to determine is if Regan Fang is on the side of Malivoro. Generally, those entrenched in power wish to remain so, and no king wants to be king of ashes. I mean, to quote a lich who helped fight off otherworldly horrors alongside a band of heroes, I love reality, it's where all my stuff is.
From my understanding, Malavoro isn't really a schemer, or it's more like a force of nature. But I mean, I really don't know much about it. That's just
If we were to go into the city today, as to do some trade, is that something we could do? We'd be welcome to do in the city, just as strangers, do some trade, do some shopping, buy some items.
Indeed.
I mean, would we be able to walk around the city and visit?
Of course. South Cove, while being monstrous in its populace, is generally welcome to the masses. The catch is abiding by the laws. Do not strike someone or touch them without their consent. Even a pat on the back can be considered assault and be grounds for death.
Okay, so here's my idea. Rose, how about you use the eye today to spy on Regan and get a general sense of, I don't know, who he is, what he is, if you can.
absolutely.
We go to town, we play around in town for a day, and then we circle back tonight and formulate a plan for tomorrow or the next couple of days.
Sure. She'll reach
If there's
into her pouch to get a potion of advantage,
Okay.
and she'll just she's looking because she's about halfway through the stash she bought from Farboiler. She just mutters to herself, "I hope those other parties are doing the work I assigned to them." But then she'll drink the potion, and she will.
As you bring it out, Victor von Karth looks at it.
What, the potion or the eye?
The eye.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. He raises an eyebrow. And you touch it. Please roll your wisdom saving throw. You're fine.
Didn't even need the advantage.
So.
Is there a... Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. What was the question?
No, Echo's thinking the telepathy works so well. He's trying to determine if there's a mass telepathy. He's just thinking to himself. It's like, man, it'd be great if we could all look through the eye at the same time. I've got to figure that out. He's just talking to himself.
Okay. So, what are we scrying upon, sweet August Rose?
He is going to say Regan Fang, the ruler of South Cove.
Very well. You scry upon Regan Fang, the ruler of South Cove. Before you sits a man dressed in black with armor that matches the style in which the Von Karths are dressed. He's currently listening silently to someone who you can't see because it's beyond the range of the sensor. He's got a grim, set, determined look, and he waits patiently. After a moment, he raises just the pointer finger on his right hand, and you will hear a swallowing sound. Bringing the next supplement.
Like a nervous person swallowing, or like a giant monster swallowing?
A giant monster swallowing.
Okay.
He
And
raises his finger goes,
the person
next
who was
supplicant.
the person who was talking stopped talking when he did that.
Indeed.
Yeah, okay. Did I hear like a roar or anything else that might clue me in as to
Roll
this?
a nature check.
So I'm gonna fail, is what you're saying.
Or history, either one.
I mean, they're both +1, so it
Okay.
doesn't matter.
So 16. It sounded like scales of a snake slithering across a stone and sand floor.
Well, Von Karth did say he had 2 giant snakes. Okay. So yeah, she'll just be listening to the next supplicant.
The next supplicant talks about the fact that he thought that she said it was okay. And our friend Regan here is going to shake his head one time, raise his finger, and you hear a swallowing sound. This will repeat in a variety of encounters that he doesn't say anything. It's simple gestures that he's making that are instantly followed by the swallowing sound of a snake consuming the supplicant.
Why do people even try? It's like, okay.
But he does listen to their entire explanation, which is interesting. He's giving them their day in court. But the fact that they each have touched someone or stolen something or generally caused a crime to have occurred means that they are sentenced and executed.
Do any of them actually have like a good excuse? Like,
Not
or
really. The closest one is the guy who was at the whorehouse and took advantage, and a second woman came in unbidden and she claimed that he touched her.
Mm.
So that one, from Sweet August Rose's perspective, may have been entrapment on the woman's part to get this to happen, and also would allow the whorehouse to take advantage of the guy's wealth as compensation. So he fell into a honeypot trap.
Interesting.
By her walking in and presenting herself in the middle of activity he didn't think, and, well, you kiss the girl when she doesn't want you to, guess what?
Yep.
That's kind of his
Man,
best explanation.
Yeah, they're giving me a threesome on the house. Awesome. Yeah.
And it's not. She's there to check in on the other one, and
Yeah.
you know exactly where that would go.
Yeah. So okay. Yeah. She just listens to all that, and
It's 10 minutes worth.
yeah, she'll snap back to reality.
Okay.
And yeah, she just looks at the others and just says, "Well, that was interesting." You said he has 2 of those giant snakes?
He did when he visited us.
Like, when you say giant snake, are we talking like a dire snake or some kind of mythological monster?
Serpents over 25 feet in length. About the girth of, a giant?
I mean, that's not that bad.
Oh no, they could
So-
extend their jaws to swallow a creature 10 feet tall.
Yeah, so like purple worms.
Yes, except
Yeah,
for
you've
Sandy.
had great. So you've had some great times with purple worms, Rose.
I mean,
seems
yeah.
Like seems like getting on this guy's bad side would be a Miss Snake.
Mhm.
But yeah, she'll just explain what she saw. He was just sitting on his throne. Supplicants were coming to him, explaining why they did their various crimes. He would just listen to them, their whole spiel, and then he would raise his finger and a snake would eat them. I couldn't see it, but I could hear it. And then they would just bring in the next person. I mean, at the rate they were going, it's kind of... How big is South Cove? Like, what's the population?
Better part of 30,000, and you heard 3 instances.
I mean... That's
Not a lot of that actually happens here, Rose. There's good days and there's bad days, from what I remember.
Oh, well. You know, but...
I love the fact that I'm being judged as a GM by someone's professional opinion of crimes in an area.
But, she just shrugs. I mean, so yeah, that's it. I mean, he did listen to them. He didn't cut them off or anything, even though it seemed like he already had his mind set. So I guess there's that.
I mean,
You know, that raises the question. You know, if we want to walk in and kill him, we could just commit a crime, go up to the palace. They'll try to disarm us, and then we just don't let them.
Don't forget the. Has the group actually been in town yet? Or we only
yeah.
been? Okay.
You
There
guys
are.
teleported here, spoke to the parents who did their thing, explored the mansion, and went to bed.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
let's go see what is before we pontificate on
So,
what
yeah.
should be.
I'm about to say, when I was here like 20 or 30 years ago, place was swarming full of iron golems that spit acid or some sort of acid-like thing. So I don't know how many of those we want to fight. Just try to charge into the palace.
Yeah.
If they're even there anymore, then maybe he upgraded. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
It's the bag
Yeah.
of holding up to Rose and kind of opens it up like knowingly. Hey, you gonna put that back in here?
yeah. So she'll put the orb back in the bag of holding.
Echo and Rose are in a. I guess they're in a.
Who gets to hold it?
Cold
Yeah.
war. It's a Cold War over the eye of Kaiju.
who gets to hold it? Yeah.
That's right.
And there
And
is
then
ambition.
Echo kind of looks over at the Von Karas, with a raised eyebrow, like, "Hey, don't eyeball that too much, okay? we don't let a lot of people see that."
If you don't quit fighting about it, I'm gonna steal it and keep it for myself.
Yeah, I know.
So there is one ambition I'd like to put on the table, because after all, we are dealing with many threads of fate. Could it be possible to arrange somehow to have Vagradan and Malavoro in the same place and get some competitive eschatology going on?
Well, Vagradan is controlled by that council of various evil entities, and Malavoro, I think,
he
just
was. I don't.
does what it
Yeah.
does what it wants.
Okay.
Yeah, I want.
Mhm.
That's an interesting
Malav-
idea.
Yeah, Malavoro. Since I have not watched the recap of last week yet.
Yeah,
Oh, the Beastie.
yeah, it's the Beastie. It's
Oh,
the
okay.
Beastie's real name, or what it's properly called when it's not being fought by children.
Hey! I was one of those children. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Okay, never mind. In current character, Eric, how long ago was it that the children fought the Beastie?
It would have been 2 years ago.
Okay, just to put it in perspective.
Yes,
They
sir.
get TPK.
No, they made. No, what happened was I got TPK'd. That's the episode that I had
Yeah.
my heart attack in.
Yeah, Eric died.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we stopped the session in the middle of it as I had a heart attack because it was such a scary session that I had a heart attack, and then we came back and they did manage to defeat it
Yes.
for then.
Well, let's go shopping. I mean, let's just go to town. Let's go shopping
Shopping, yeah. I mean, yeah.
and replenish our supplies, and then come back. Tonight,
I'm not-
aka 30 minutes, and decide what we want to do.
Yeah,
I'm not against it.
Yeah, I think the key piece of information that I would want us to find in South Cove is how they are dealing with the Sturges. Are
Well,
the
there's-
Sturges attacking there, or do they have some sort of wards?
No, they just all go inside. They literally just don't go outside. You don't go
From-
outside at night in South Cove.
Even the city?
Yeah.
From the size of those things, though, flimsy structures wouldn't hold up that well to them. One of those just falling from the sky would be enough to put a hole in your average roof that I've seen.
You're
So
very
unless South
correct.
Cove is built like a brick, they've either got wards, policies, procedures, or something, and we should find that out.
Well, to be fair, I didn't really look into that part. I was busy,
Damn it, everybody just
keeping
goes
the law
inside
away.
at night.
Yeah.
That's when you attack is at night. I mean,
Minus
there's
the Sturges.
no reinforcements coming.
I mean, I don't know about the golems. Again, I didn't spend a whole lot of time on at night.
Well, they don't
Me
have blood,
versus
so
an army, yeah, wasn't exactly my idea of a good time.
Sturges might not be interested in golems. So, right. Well, let's
Mr.
edit
Van
this
Karth, you mentioned the strict rules of the place. Would you happen to have a copy of the laws of South Cove?
I don't have a physical copy of them, but they're simple enough. Do not steal from someone. Do not take something from someone without paying for it. Do not touch someone without their consent. Do not say one thing and do another.
Brendan's just staring concerned at Aimer.
I've been here before, and I'm still alive. Well, okay, I didn't die here. Okay.
You have died before.
It's been a long couple years.
I understand. But generally, the typical laws of behavior and propriety tend to be the same everywhere. Unlike Ochukvok, violence is not welcome in South Cove. You will find that the people there treat each other with very much care and civility. It's a dichotomy of presentation. You will see monstrous races from various planes that you would consider evil, and even fiends from the hells. Simply
Glance
do
over
not
at Rose's shadow.
do not be surprised if you encounter any sort of being there, but simply do not engage in violence, theft, or general misconduct, and they will not either, or they would face the wrath of Reek and Fang.
And do they use their guards? Do they use magical shackles rods of absorption? I mean, what type of weaponry does your normal just street guard have or use?
I have not
To
been
enforce the
in
law.
the city for quite some time, as I have stated before. But the rumors that I've heard is that the guards typically are backed up by large beholders who fly in the air, negating magical abilities in an area.
Oh no.
Upgrades, lovely.
Well, if
Yeah.
one is to maintain order with extraplanar beings who would otherwise be prone to violence, that makes sense.
Indeed.
Oh, man, I gotta get caught up on
Well,
my
I say
anti-magic
that-
field.
We can waggle our tongues all day discussing the what ifs. Let's go find out what is.
At the mention of anti-magic fields from beholders, you will feel a wiggling in your backpack, Mr. Dinnerday. Because
Mhm.
he's nervous.
Oh yeah, that would probably end his change shape form.
Yeah. So, because he's actually here, he's not just a conjured being, but actually exists, or he's a conjured being, not a summoned creature.
Now, of course, the tricky question: if I cast anti-magic field and then a beholder looks at me, is it
Yeah,
double
that's-
anti-magic? Or does the magic return, but only not in the cone?
Anti-magic is in the area, and so no magic works. Anti-magic does not negate anti-magic. And we've
Double negative.
correct. We discovered that in last December's Battle Royale when we had a situation that this rose in. You can thank Sayson for that. He played Le
Was
Bonk.
Well, the determination, the 10-foot radius of invisible sphere, anti-magic surrounds you. What did they run into? What was the outcome there?
For the anti-magic field, he basically just walked around negating all the magic in the area and just had super high defenses.
I think we're pretty strong. I mean, even without magic, I think we're pretty strong, aren't we?
I mean, magic's a lot of things. I mean, we are fairly strong without magic, but like when all of our weapons become +0 and we don't have a lot of the cool effects of our when you can't turn into a dragon or cast any spells, like what are you gonna do? You can't even booming blade.
Yeah. Would that impact these
Just have
flying
to rely
creatures too?
on your discipline.
Discipline.
Yeah.
So should we put Aimer on a leash now, or wait till we get to the city gates?
Leashes can't hold me.
Oh man, just
That's
I
new.
could just see Aimer just discipline. It's just- oh man.
Does this mean though, if we do decide to try to capture one of these flying beasts, we can't use magic?
I mean, they're the beholders.
Yeah, they're,
Okay.
Oh,
they're,
he's talking about the Sturges. The Sturges
Oh, yeah,
attack the
because-
city
because
and the
area.
compound. Yeah, if they attack the compound here, that's negated. The beholders aren't here. You guys would be able to use your magic
Okay.
to try to collect one of those.
yeah.
And one possible option is that we can genuinely say that we are professional monster slayers if we can find employment in the town that wishes to hire us to, say, prune some sturges. Well, then the only thing better than doing what you want is getting paid for doing what you want.
I mean, you have a point. I do like getting paid, and I do like doing what I want.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
this is channeling that 20 wisdom to convince Aimer and Brennan.
Aimer's been here before. He knows what he should and should not do for the most part.
Yep.
So it's already, I'm assuming, about 9 a.m. and
Yeah.
Echo still has his 7th, 8th, and 9th level spells, which is unusual.
Very
Let's
unusual.
get some horses. Let's get some horses and go down
Horses.
before he screws up.
There are
and
no
does something
horses. You would ride
No,
giant
they're not.
scorpions.
Okay,
What the
How,
fuck?
how bad is the desert right now?
that's new on the list.
The
This
desert
place has really changed.
very dangerous.
Just as long as we don't have to cross any streams, we'll be okay.
Yes, this is very true because of the Phantom Road. You definitely don't want to cross the stream.
I was thinking more the frog and the scorpion.
we don't have any grunts here.
Man, it's kind of nice to have a mount that has a claws and a sting.
Right?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and exit the main hall.
Echoes. Yeah. Yeah, Echo's going to say something to Amer. He's going to whisper something to Amer. I'll send Amer a message.
Okay. I'm curious what this message is.
I'm curious what this message is.
Actually, I'll go ahead and say it. So, but he is going to whisper something to Amer. Hey, grab one of those tablecloths and get it to me when you get a chance.
The whole tablecloth?
Well,
Why does it feel like a mug or something?
No, the little napkin thingy that's got the his emblem on it. Get me one of those.
Amer looks at you funny. He like lifts up his robe. He already stole like 6 of them. And then he also looks at his robe and he sees 3 letters written in dirt on the bottom of it.
Yep.
He goes, "That little bastard." Let me get back to Nausea. Ooh, he says as he kind of gets up and starts stomping towards the entryway.
You say stomping, you mean jingling with all the crap under your cloak.
Oh yeah,
There's
it's
that too.
knives, swords,
Oh yeah. There's
silverware.
everything's rattling underneath him. He sounds literally like you took a small like chest from some like housewife's like closet and he shook it up and down. He sounds like that as he walks towards the front door.
The salt and pepper shake.
Actually, you walk out the front door past 2 weird sensors and the alarm starts going off. They say, "Sir, can you step back? Can we see your receipt?"
Echo's going to get his hands on one of those table napkins with the embroidery on it from this palace.
Amer just gives you one.
All right.
So we have a way to get back. We're lying.
Yeah.
We have a
And Mr. Van
monogrammed
Karth
napkin.
sees the party just stealing napkins and is like, "These are cards for this?"
No one sees Amer stealing things.
What were you going to say, Eric?
So you have a monogrammed napkin.
What's the name of the palace here?
This is the Karth Estate, Carth.
Okay.
Yeah, I picture when Amer steals stuff, it's pretty much like a Bethesda game. He's just looking on it and it just vanishes from the world and appears in his backpack.
With his
Something like that,
yeah.
not far off.
Yeah, it's little odds and ends. As you get outside too, you see him. He has 2 spoons. He's kind of playing spoons on his knee, and his face is just full of rage.
Why are you angry?
He soiled my cloak.
Ooh.
Hey,
Who?
the guy at the bar back in Nausea.
Do you show her?
Yes, he lifts up the edge of his cloak and it says TAE across it.
Oh, is he one of those adventurers we talked to?
He's with that ugly minotaur who was eating a fairy
Oh, right.
or a pixie or whatever he was eating.
Yeah, when we were at the restaurant. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe you shouldn't just be getting drunk all the time.
I mean, maybe there's lots of things maybe I shouldn't be doing. Maybe things I should be doing.
Oh,
Going back and branding that minotaur as punishment.
well, hold on to that anger. Maybe we can, channel it in a constructive direction.
Yeah, but Amer, can you hold that anger while we're in a town with very strict laws and magical sensors everywhere?
I mean, I've gotten out of that city a number of times. I'm not too.
You
worried about
have. Some of us don't run that fast.
it. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about here.
As you guys are about to leave, Victor will come out. I know you are powerful, and I'm sure you have plenty of other things in that bag of holding of yours. But should you decide to collect supplies, I would recommend the Omnipharmacon.
What?
The Omnipharmacon. It is a very large supply place, well protected and well guarded, but fair. It is a store.
I thought it was like a magical item he was telling us to try to find. I'm like, Omnipharmacon, what is that? Some sort of... Okay, so it's a store. They wouldn't happen to sell potions, would they?
Of course.
Good. Our normal supplier has vanished.
Okay. Well, I wish you the best. Ricard, I do encourage you to change before you leave.
You might need your armor.
Yeah, I'll have a servant bring your armor back to your room, but I'm gonna take the shield with me if you don't mind.
Very well. I trust that you'll be able to get your armor on with the without additional assistance.
Yeah, I'm used to it.
Okay. And he will turn and go inside. As he's going to go inside, do you go back to your room?
Yeah, Ricardo's gonna turn to the group and be like, give me 10 minutes, guys.
All right. So he goes to the room. She's there, splayed out on the bed. She looks at you as you enter
I'll be right back.
and comes over very seductively across the double king-size bed. More?
Don't get your hopes up. I gotta go to town.
Oh.
Maybe tonight.
Well, let's get you ready then. And she's going to very well equip you. Something like that. No, let's keep that one off. I don't want to get banned from Twitch. So, no. So you will get your armor on and be able to join the party. Is there anything else you want to do before leaving?
Nope.
Okay. So, you rejoin the party outside. Anything you guys want to do before leaving the Karth estate on giant scorpions that have saddles prepared for you? No? Okay. Can I get animal handling checks from each of you?
Okay.
Oh, no.
When Testinide goes to the scorpions, just walks past, and suddenly there's one more scorpion than was there before, and he gets on that one.
Okay. How are we doing this extra scorpion?
His buddy.
Okay.
They can change shape into any humanoid or beast CR4 or lower.
Very well. I believe giant scorpions are lower than that.
They're 3.
Awesome. Cool.
Amazing druid wild shape for them.
All right. So everyone's got it so far.
Oh
Pretty
no,
well.
Rose is just gonna walk.
Rose is going to walk. Okay.
Yeah, she's. I'm pretty sure she's faster than them on foot. So,
Yes.
uh,
All right.
Yeah.
And so Brennan, Echo Rex, Ricard need aimers. Animal handling check, please. Oh, he's.
yeah,
taking
he went to
care
the
of
restroom
business.
as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
I've returned.
Need
Aha.
your animal handling check to ride the scorpion well.
That's one of the skills I don't have.
Awesome.
Let's see how it goes. Yeah. Listen, we can't have every skill. Actually do have a character idea that gets like every skill, but this is not him.
No,
Uh,
you're fine.
ah,
Okay. So
yeehaw.
awesome. So that's everybody. Everyone hops on their scorpions, and you guys head out from the Von Karth estate towards South Cove. As you guys come up to the gates of South Cove, there are 2 giant constructs out front. The gates are open, and as you approach, they examine you. Please roll Arcana checks if you'd like to find out what they're doing. Ooh, all right. Cool. I get to send this only to Aimer. There
I
you go.
just picture they're like cataloging what you came in with, and if you leave with anything you haven't paid for.
Amer looks at them and goes, I don't remember that from before. Maybe I just didn't notice it. Interesting. All right, so let me take a look. Is that an actual spell, Eric?
It is a 3.5 spell that these guys have.
Okay, hold on. I gotta look just to make sure I understand what it is.
Yeah, it's basically they get for. Do you mind if I share with the rest of the party, or do you want
Yeah,
to?
go right ahead. Yeah, no,
Okay. They have a permanent sense motive spell active. And so what they're
interesting.
doing is they're detecting if you're here to invade, attack, cause problems, etc. They're not necessarily mind reading, but more of an attitude check.
It's a vibe check.
Yeah, it's a vibe check.
They will be absolutely unable to sense the scorpion that Tessadinide is riding
Right.
on.
So is
Well, that's
there
interesting. That's also interesting. Is it divination magic?
It is divination magic. So they
Would
wouldn't be
they?
able to protect you.
Yeah. Would they react to the fact that they can't read Rose at all?
No.
Oh, okay. They're not that well programmed.
They are programmed to let that slide because it is expected from certain entities that come here.
Yeah, lack of a null pointer exemption.
Right. It's basically if the people that you're with are chill, they pretty much assume you're chill too.
is there oh let's see.
It's like 6 people walk through metal detector. If no one fires it off, who cares?
Is there a is there a save? Is there a save for it?
There is a save if you'd like to resist it, and it is a DC 16, and it's a charisma save.
Oh. Okay.
Amer's busy flaunting. He's not going to try to save.
Yeah, we're
Well,
here.
I
we're-
don't know. I was wondering if there's a hard counter to it because, yeah, I don't know what that thing's going to say when we walk through here. It's going to say, yeah. I mean, there's no telling.
Well, Rose is here to look at the sites and buy supplies. So, not that it can tell because she has non-detection on. But
You guys said that you were coming to check out the city. That's kind of the
Yeah.
attitude that they're taking is you guys are here curious about the city.
Okay, let me think.
They
about
can't
this for
read
a second.
details.
Hold on. Echo's thinking us, intellect fortress. How many of those have I got going? I've got 2 intellect fortresses. Yeah, I think Echo's gonna cast intellect fortress on himself.
Prevent them from detecting your attitude.
I mean,
Well,
our
it gives
attitude
me-
was chill anyway, so I didn't.
Yeah, it gives me advantage on the save.
Okay.
So
Let's see.
Yeah.
Roll your charisma saving throw.
and resistance to psychic damage. So
Yeah, these guys don't do psychic damage. You're fine. You resist it. They are unable to read your attitude. But enough of the people in the party are chill that they just let you guys pass on through the gates.
he's got an attitude, Sonic. Do-do-do-do-do-do, Sonic,
Damn.
fastest thing alive. Sorry.
Wow.
Really dogs.
Okay, so you guys enter the city of South Cove. Where are we going?
to the FarmerCon,
The
Omnipharmacon.
Awesome.
to the farmers con.
And just in case a beholder walks by, something crawls out of the giant scorpion poofs into the form of a small winged snake and curls up on Tessadinide's shoulders.
Okay. As you're walking along, you are going to be encountering mostly Tlinkali guards. These are scorpion people guards. Each of them is dressed in full plate armor with 2 large cruel blades. They seem to simply be observing from behind very visored helmets, so you can't see their faces. They seem stern and ominous and could provide a bit of a challenge for a bad day on your guys' part. You guys could probably take them, though. As you walk down the street, you're going to see a couple of devils carousing off to the side, talking about a plan. There's an angel dressed in all black and red, obviously a celestial related to Mosaba, standing in a corner watching you guys pass. Takes a little bit of...
Amer gives a wink to that angel, by the way.
The angel looks at Amer and raises an eyebrow as you wink at and go past. Nearly a challenge for them to do something, knowing they can't without getting in trouble.
That was the whole point. Listen, when you have to play by the rules, you can take advantage of the people who also have to play by the rules.
You guys walk through town unharmed, unmolested. Everyone gives you room. as much room as you give them. If there's a
Yeah.
small crowd, everyone's at least a foot apart.
Yeah, usually in Portland, in Octavuk, we had to make intimidation rolls to make sure they left us alone, rather than some random dude picking a fight with us.
Yeah, here, no intimidation needed. The rule of law here seems to be so strict that no one dares mess with anyone else.
Yeah, the answer is death.
Guards, what kind of equipment do the guards have? We were talking about magical shackles, rods of absorption, things of that nature.
You see that they have plate armor, 2 giant swords each. You don't see any rods of absorption, but whatever they have under the armor is kind of hard to detect. You do see a couple of shackles. You're not sure if those are magical or magic resisting shackles, but at least they're shackles. You'll see above the city some beholders that have their tentacles removed, the eye stalks, and their main eye is visored.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because
do you see like one per block, or do you see like...
it's about 1 every 2 blocks, 1 every 4 blocks.
Okay.
It's considered to be a visible police presence. No one's going to mess around in here. You guys are pretty much protected by the city, as the city is protected from you.
And the beholders are just floating there like weird traffic lights.
Like weird traffic lights is a great description. So, as you guys make your way along-
I'm picturing traffic lights for beholders have to be like on really long poles because the beholder looks at the traffic light and it falls out of the sky.
Yeah. But you guys make your way towards the Omnipharmacon, a great big building with stone sides and a stone roof that is enameled in teal. The doors stand easily 60 feet high, allowing the giant patrons that are ahead of you in line to enter without even bending over.
That's considerate.
As you walk in, you feel all magic on your persons cease. As you look into the corners of this structure, there are beholders watching everyone. They are each caged in a small metal cage on the wall, observing anything in the room. So there is no magic active inside the Omnipharmacon. Where would you like to go shopping, as you are at the veritable Costco of potions and any magic items that would be here in South Cove?
That picture as Tessinide walks through the entrance. Suddenly, the coatl on his shoulders in the form of a tiny snake is now a man-sized snake, and Tessinide stumbles a moment under the weight before the snake apologizingly slithers off him and just stays behind him.
You get a couple of weird looks, but no one does anything.
Rose will see if there's any sort of like shop attendant or worker around here.
You'll find a nice satyr. He's got a red dyed fur and a long red coat. He's got the name tag that says Matthew.
Yeah, she'll give him a little bow and she'll just ask, "Excuse me, is there a master alchemist here? I have a need for a custom potion, and I'm not even sure if it's possible. I'd like to talk to an expert, if it's possible."
Master alchemist? Oh, yes. We have many master alchemists, yes. Right this way. Come with me. We're walking. Wash your hands. Keep your hands to yourselves. Right this way. This way, right? Uh-huh.
Yeah, she's following him.
He will go towards the back, where there is a bank of teller windows with grates, and behind them, a variety of entities are working, taking requests and requisitions. Please get in line. This is where you will be requesting the specific potions you would be appreciating. Please have a nice day. Welcome to the Omnipharmacon. and he's going to wander off back to the entrance.
Wonder if there's a potion for fixing an overbite. She'll
if there was
just
one, he probably would have already purchased it.
and she's just idly thinking that while waiting in line, like, well, that poses a bad news for me. I mean, I feel like fixing an overbite would be something easier than what I'm going to ask for.
What are you gonna ask for?
She winks at him. It's a secret.
Oh, winking secret. Oh. Do we get you a room for this?
Though admittedly, she looks at like the line of tellers. I don't think I can keep it very secret here. But yeah, you'll see. I have plans.
So after about 10 minutes of waiting in line, is anyone else waiting in line with Sweet August Rose?
Eber is. He needs more potions.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm waiting in line too.
cool.
We're all just patiently waiting in line.
As you guys wait in line,
Yeah.
as a question, for 10 minutes, do you guys have any fidgets, any pastimes that you do while waiting in line behind the little queue of velvet ropes?
Emer's playing with the spoons he took from the Valonqar at the state on his knees still.
The people behind you in line look at you with disgust and disdain as they are disturbed by the noise and racket you are making. Please roll a performance check.
Ooh, don't mind if I do. Yeah, I'm gonna use my die 10 on this one too. We're gonna make it real good.
Okay.
You know what? We're gonna make this a show, Eric.
All right.
34.
So it's a 34. You put on a show here in line. Waiting for the prescription counter, you put on a very performative spoon display.
Mm-hmm. He's like acting. He's like dancing around, like, you know, slapping the spoons on his knee. You know, just like he's making a big performance of it.
Is it Cotton Eye Joe?
It might be Cotton Eye Joe.
Okay. All right. So after 10 minutes of listening to Amer beat his spoons, we are going to have the first person in line get to the front. And we did say that that was Sweet August Rose because she's the one who led the way in here.
Yep.
So, Miss Rose, you come up to the counter, and the entity behind the counter you recognize as being a hag. She's got one tooth in her gums and looks at you with a bit of an appreciation for your beauty, a little bit of jealousy, but she's here for business and doesn't make any side comments. How can I help you?
Yeah, she'll look around. Is this place crowded? Like, are there lots of people?
Lots of people here.
I'd like to ask about a potion, but is there a place we could talk about this confidentially?
Yeah, every transaction at the Omnipharmacon is private. How can I help?
Oh, of course. But what if someone else hears me talking about it? Someone who's not a member of the Omnipharmacology.
Here, and she will slide a piece of paper under the grate to you.
I'll look at the piece of paper.
It's blank. She hands a pencil underneath.
Okay. Rose looks at the pencils. She looks at the pencil and sighs. You know, these Corlin brutes, they don't use brushes like civilized people. And she'll just write down, you know what, I'll GM it to you. How do you whisper to GM?
Slash W4 space GM.
Yep.
GM, okay. GM, is it possible to make a potion of polymorph?
I love the fact that you're typing it out to me and also saying it into a microphone.
Yeah, I know. See, it's fine because I don't care if they know out of character. I care if people know in character.
Sure.
And luckily, this group is pretty good about meta knowledge.
Generally,
So,
yes.
yeah.
So, I'm getting the message in here. Ooh,
Are you gonna roofie Ricard?
No.
that's interesting.
Yeah, she doesn't even know if it's possible because she's seen the spell. She's seen thing, and she's talking about. Oh yeah.
Interesting. The hag draws it back and looks up at you, and with one beady blue eye, looks at you. Ah. If there were, I'd drink it. Let me check. One second, pretty girl.
Before she goes away, she just says, "It doesn't need to be permanent. If it only lasts a couple hours, that's fine."
Very well. One moment. Please wait. Next, come to the next window. We'll
Yeah,
be right with you, miss.
Yeah,
She
Rose will
gets
stand
up-
off to the side and let them work. Yeah.
She gets up and goes to the back. Bank teller, who has to go and get approval from a supervisor. She goes,
I wasn't kidding when I said I needed a master alchemist.
Yeah. Let's find out what we got here. Okay, so interesting. She'll come back. Yes, we can do such a thing, but it requires a deposit of the coin up front and a sample. And she holds out a small vial with a needle on the end.
Yeah, Rose will just take it, and she just says, "I would like to see this business's policies when it comes to this kind of stuff."
She
You
pulls a
understand.
policy out from underneath the counter and slides it to you.
Just
The sample can only be used for the potion in question. It will be the remains and the vial will be destroyed and incinerated later. Blah 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 blah.
And of course, yeah, it's going to be confidential. No one knows that this will exist except for the potion maker.
Right.
Except he won't even know who it is because he doesn't know whose blood it belongs to. Okay,
That's right.
yeah. So she'll just nod. And how much gold would it cost?
Oh, it's not that expensive, dearie. It's only 3,700 gold.
Oh. Not that expensive. That's like a year's wages for like a normal person.
No,
Like
it's like
10
10
years'
years' wages.
I'm sorry, 10 years wages.
Oh,
Yeah, no, she will happily pay that.
very well.
After all, out of character, I know I'm going to get my 5,250 gold back because no one took up the side quest offer I made. And I'm not bitter about that at all. What are you talking about? So 3,700.
There's one group
Yeah.
who's considering it.
We'll see.
We'll
Well, I thought
see.
they all left because they're all at sea, aren't they?
One of the groups decided to stay in the area and are now working on opening a meadery.
Oh, interesting.
Oh yeah, no, I'm also involved in that.
Surprise, surprise.
Okay, so I will remove 3,700 gold, and I will pay them for that. She just says, "How long would it take to craft this potion?" She says as she draws the blood from her veins.
You take 1 point of damage, and it'd take an hour, darling. It's perfectly fine.
All right. Well, in that case, what are the prices for? Oh, I forget all the healing potions. What are the levels of healing potions?
You 200 gold for another vial, if you don't mind. Just
my
between
blood?
you and me.
No.
Oh, such a shame.
Hag, yeah, just trust this hag's, giving bodily fluids to a hag. That never turns
Right.
turns out badly. I'm saying that out of character. I'm not
I
gonna
understood.
being rude to someone is probably gonna get me killed in this town. So I'm sorry. Oh yeah, what are the various potions? Because I forget. We had a giant stockpile of potions, like healing potions, and we've finally gotten through them after like 7 levels. So we actually have to buy the healing potions now.
The
What are
potions
the?
of supreme healing cost 1350.
Ooh, that's a lot. Healing.
Would you prefer a potion of superior healing for 450 gold?
Okay, so supreme is 10d4. Superior is 8d4.
Yep.
And what was the price difference?
900 gold different.
Wow, yeah. I think the cost effectiveness of the superior is a lot better. Yeah, Rose will buy 10 superior healing potions.
Okay, so you'll spend 4,500 gold. She will get all
4,000.
that together and give you a number, and you will have to go to the will call line where the prescriptions are picked up.
And she'll ask if they have any key potions. I don't know if because she was only able to get it in Central Wall. I don't know if they would be able to make it.
She smiles at you with her one tooth, yellow, like just absolute grossness.
Like the key
Yes.
potions. Yeah.
We have them. Not many, only 4. But we have them. You see, we killed a member of the House of Flowers on a bounty, and, well, they dropped them. They were turned into Omnipharmacon as compensation for debts owed.
Makes sense. Well, another's loss is my gain. How much are you selling them for?
The key potions sell for 500 gold.
Oh, she'll buy all 4 of them.
Okay, that's 2,000 gold.
And that's it for her. Sorry for hogging all this. Tell her, guys. Sorry.
Brennan, you're next.
Well, I'd say that Rose's shopping was all about being low key.
Mm.
I like that one.
Yeah, that one was okay. That was pretty good.
Brennan. You stepped up?
Brendan has some healing. Are there potions of invisibility?
Oh, yes. Yes, young man. If I could get you into bed, the things I would do to you, young man, oh, you have no idea. But the potions of invisibility cost 180 gold.
Okay. Brendan just ignores all of that. 180. So one.
What about greater, Brandon?
They do not have
Okay.
potions of greater invisibility. No.
Oh, that'd be rough.
Okay. All right. So Brendan's gonna get 5.
5? Okay, that's 900 gold.
Okay. And that's all he needs right now.
Okay. He gets his will call receipt to go over to the will call counter and pick up his potions. Next person in line would be Testudinidae,
Heal potion.
followed by a slithery friend. Testudinidae, you there? Oh. I think he's muted or AFK or something. Okay. We'll come back to Testudinidae in a moment.
He's gonna get Beetlejuiced. He has to take a number, and it's gonna be
Yeah.
the back of the line.
Echo?
Yeah, so Echo is going to ask about mana potions. How much are greater mana potions?
Greater mana potions, dearie. Oh, so powerful. They're very expensive, though. 2,000 gold, and we only have 10.
Okay. And a potion of reduction.
Reduction. Potion of
You mean diminution?
diminution.
Those are 270 gold.
270 gold.
Basically, a potion of.
Exactly.
Yes.
And
Exactly.
Testudinidae, you're next at the counter.
Oh, Testudinidae's got no money left. He's
Okay.
just browsing.
Gotcha.
Okay, yeah, I can't get scrolls here, can I?
Yeah, they have scrolls.
Oh, okay. The cost for a teleportation scroll?
Teleportation. Pulling it up. Teleport is a 7th level spell, so level 7. Oh. Level 7 is 2,600 gold here.
Okay. Simulacrum?
Simulacrum they do not have. There's a reason that they don't have
Counterspell?
it. Counterspell? Counterspell is 200 gold per scroll.
Okay, that's good. Dispel magic?
Dispel magic is 200 gold per spell.
Okay, and slow.
Slow, I believe. What level is slow? Slow is
3, I believe.
3. Okay, that's another.
Which
2.
sounds right.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's see. I'm gonna get 5 counter spells, 5 dispel magics, and 5 slow. And let's do 5 slows.
All right. So that's a total of 3,000 gold.
All right. And do they know where I can get a scroll of Cinderella?
They do not.
Is there a reason they don't have them?
They're generally frowned upon making copies of people.
Yeah.
That, and it's extremely powerful magic that people who can do that keep to themselves.
Yeah. I guess I just have to make my own. Okay. Thank you.
They take
Yeah,
a very long time to craft. So even if you could find one at a store, you would find one at a store.
What you do is you make a simulacrum of somebody, put them in a closet, and say, "Hey, build it, and let me know when you're done."
That becomes
All
a
right,
machine, and Eric's like,
So, okay.
Yeah.
Because I can make simulacrums. Anyway.
Yeah.
I need it's better if I have the scroll.
I understand. All right. So you pick up your scrolls. We go to Ricard.
Yeah.
Ricard, you've been here before, very long time ago. You understand how the system works. The beholders have changed out, probably due to something at some time. What would you like to do?
Ricard walks up to the counter and he's like, "Hi."
Hello, handsome. How can I help you? You know, you remind me of one of the statues at the palace.
Oh, yeah, I get that all the time.
She looks at you, looks at your armor. Oh, how can I help you, sir?
Ricard kind of sits there for just a moment. And he's like, "Oh, yeah," and he like starts patting his armor, and he's like, "Where the hell did I put that note?" And then like Montalban like crawls down into his armor and crawls back out with a note, and it's like all horribly crumpled and everything. And he unrolls it, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm looking for potions of invulnerability and potions of supreme healing."
Yes, sir.
Oh, and do you have any potion belts with more than 3 slots?
We have one. For you, sir. Yes. They are expensive, though. 2,000 gold for the belt. For the potion of invulnerability, it's going to cost you 3,900 gold. My apologies for the price, my lord. It's the best I can do.
You've only got the one?
Indeed, sir. I apologize.
I have one I can give you.
You said 3,900 for that, right?
Yes, sir. My most gracious apologies.
Ricard kind of like side eyes her. It's okay. It's okay. I'm here to spend money.
Yes, sir. And we are thankful for your choice of the Omnipharmacon to spend your currency with us. We are most humbled.
How many potions of supreme healing do you have on hand?
We have 20, sir.
Ricard's eyes light up. Hold on to it. Quick math real quick.
27,000 gold.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how much I can afford here.
How much do you want to spend?
I'll take 10 potions of supreme healing, the potion of invulnerability, and the 4-slot belt.
Okay.
And a backpack if you have it.
Backpack we will throw in kindly, sir, for no additional cost for your lordship. We will use it as the bag for the rest of the potions. So 13.5 plus 3,900, and what else? The backpack and what else? I'm sorry. Big potions.
The
Invulnerability.
4-slot belt, 10
Yeah.
potions of supreme healing, and 1 potion of invulnerability.
Total of 19,400. 19,400 gold.
I will gladly spend it.
All right. She takes it and with quivering hands slides the card to you. Thank you, sir.
Ricard will, like, as they're exchanging things, he'll just, like, gently put his hand on hers and be like, it's okay. Thank you.
She looks at you, looks at the fact that you touched her without her permission, and goes, I forgive you.
I forgive you.
Remember not touching her card. No touching.
Yeah, Ricard totally forgot.
Tested say, Ricard, let me demonstrate. You need to keep your hands to yourself like this and proceed to retract his arms into his shell.
All right. So you go down to the will call counter to pick up your potions, which they will hand to you in a backpack. And lastly, Amer Shestina.
All right. Shastina. I wrote it down here. And so I would like 2 potions of flying,
Okay.
2 potions of growth.
All right. I know you've already got the math done.
I already did all of it. So I wrote 2 potions of flying, 2 potions of growth, 2 potions of heroism, 2 potions of divination, 2 potions of vitality, 5 scrolls of counterspell, 5 scrolls of spell magic, and 5 spirit healing potions.
Very well. And you spent-
10,610 gold.
Thank you. She
Amer,
gives you the little
I've-
slip.
Amer, I've got 6 potions of protection from evil and good that you can have.
I mean, scrolls says incoming potions.
Scrolls, yeah, scrolls.
Yeah, I'll take some of those. I have some as well.
Cool.
Take 6 of them because I can't cast them. I got them for you to cast and just never
Oh.
did give them to you, I guess.
Okay. Well,
Yep. All right. So, is there anything else you guys want to purchase at the Omnipharmacon?
Yeah, I want to check on scroll for Scorching Ray and Minute Meteors.
They do have both of those. They have 10 of the Scorching Ray and 4 of the Minute Meteors is what I have on my list.
What's the cost?
Meteors is what level? 2, I think?
Yeah, I think so. I thought they'd have more of those.
No, there's a reason for that, and you can thank the Mysterious Machinations for that. They bought a lot of them.
Oh.
All right, so that's 3rd level. So the Minute Meteors are 200 gold each, and the
Or third level Scorching Rays.
3rd level Scorching Rays are 200 gold each.
Okay, so I'll get the 4, plus I'll get 10 Scorching Rays.
You're gonna buy all of them? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I'm done.
Did you get a scroll case for all those?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I kind of see Echo opening up the scrolls and sticking them in his compendium, almost like a spell book.
Okay.
And he just flips through the pages. He's got them marked with little yellow tabs, and in the heat of battle or whatever, he just flips over those tabs and then reads the scroll,
Okay.
almost like casting from a spell book.
All right, we can do that. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I know it's cumbersome, and yeah, but having scrolls to do that is always going to be cumbersome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the
It
scroll
take
case
2
allows you
actions.
to do it without bringing it out of your inventory. That's why I asked.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so what if you have 12 scrolls and you have one scroll case? How do you?
They
how
all
do you
fit in
not
the
use
scroll
an action?
case,
Yeah.
and you just pull a scroll out. It's not that hard.
Okay. Okay. I just didn't know if they were collapsing or had a Rolodex on them or.
No, the scroll cases that they're talking about look like one of the missile racks from a battle mech with different slots. So you just pull them out.
Oh, yeah, and I guess you could almost wear that like a quiver on your side. You just
Exactly.
pull out the slot, and that's interesting. How much are those?
5 gold.
Is there such thing as a magic scroll case? You stick your hand in, and whichever scroll you're thinking of, you pull out.
Handy haversack.
That's the handy haversack. But
Well,
yes.
I have one of those. I
But
do
it's-
have one of those.
In scroll case form.
Scroll
Yeah.
case
Rather-
form. We can make one. I can make one. That's fine.
Well, I could have a special pouch on the handy haversack just dedicated for scrolls, and just
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can do that. Okay.
I mean, yeah, that would
But
yeah.
I
The trick
kind of
is
like the
that
idea
the handy
of.
haversack requires an action to pull something out of. The scroll case
Ah.
doesn't, and that's the trick.
I see.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's why like I have a scroll case in my inventory. Then I also have an item in my inventory called scroll case. It's like a pouch, just so I know specifically like what's actually in there because it's not actually a container.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so that's what I've got. That's what I've got for mine too. All my scrolls are in a pouch called scrolls, and I just see them as being in the. I see Echo as having like this chain around his waist with his compendium just hanging there, and then he just picks it up and flips through the pages as he needs to. But that's just as cumbersome as any the haversack, I would imagine.
Yep.
But
Cool.
Echo will spend the gold on a scroll case.
Awesome. 5 gold.
Yeah.
But he's probably going to use compendium just for flavor.
Yeah. That's fine.
There's one thing I could probably use some of, but I'm out of money if anyone wants to spot me some scrolls of shield. Just since I'm usually up there maintaining auras on y'all.
I was gonna make
yeah.
a bunch. We get a chance, but I can definitely buy some.
Well, I've got
Echo
2
can make them
left.
too.
I've got
Echo can make it.
Oh yeah, if you're gonna make some, just
I mean, how much are they here? Hold on. Scroll level 1.
50.
Emerald will buy 10 scrolls of shield,
Okay.
and I'll give all 10 to test in a day.
You bought them out.
much appreciated.
The
Okay.
people behind you in line are upset.
Aimer flips in the bird.
I'm gonna be keeping Aimer in my aura.
Which is interesting because he's an Aarakocra.
I'm putting himself.
All right. So, ready to depart the Omnipharmacon?
Yeah, what a huge pickup that was.
Cool.
Yeah,
Guys,
he
go
got
out
all
into
the
town.
he got all the good stuff he wanted.
Yeah. Yeah, remember the information we want to find is how are they dealing with the Sturges, and is anyone willing to pay us to go kill Sturges?
That's a good
Well,
question.
let's go get something. Let's go get something to eat. There's got to be something like a consortium here, right?
I mean, there should be restaurants.
I could go for something a bit more filling than oatmeal.
Yeah. Let's go try a place.
Okay. So, you guys go looking for a place to eat.
Hold on. Is out of characterly, is Charles' place still here? I don't remember the name of it.
As you walk up, you find a place that is advertising a buffet.
I'm picturing Ricard asking his parents, "Can we go out to eat tonight?" And they say, "In your dreams."
Nice.
All right. So, you guys want to go in for the buffet?
I can go for a buffet. Let's see what they got for sale here. You know.
Yeah. The place is called the Bitter Empress. At the front door, there is a man who's very obviously a vampire under an umbrella.
It's the opposite of you.
Do you guys go into the Bitter Empress?
Damn, Rose is just following them like she.
Yeah.
You know what? She is gonna, pop into like alley that's not very populated real fast. Summon her shadow, and tell her shadow to go not trespass into the castle, but just case it to
Okay.
walk around it and get the lay of the castle, how
Sure.
many guards, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And yeah, she'll tell her to go do that while she's watching the others eat.
Gotcha. Because you don't eat. What's a
Yeah,
girlish figure?
yeah.
All right. So
Look,
the rest
man.
of you go up to the Bitter Empress. There is a 10 gold entrance fee, but it is all you can eat.
I suppose there's probably a little sign that says all you can eat from the buffet, not other patrons. Because after all, this is a place with demons and devils.
Here goes. I didn't actually eat the oatmeal, so hopefully they have better food in here.
All right.
Sorry, Ricard. I don't eat oatmeal.
So you guys
No
walk
offense
in.
taken.
10 gold each is spent as you guys walk into the Bitter Empress. And as you do so, there's entertainment. This is reminiscent of some of those books that you used to read, Ricard. The exotic tales and how to use them are being demonstrated on poles. There's a variety of women currently slowly gesticulating and dancing in slow rhythm to unheard music. As you come in, you smell delicious food. The vampire will follow you in. Right this way, right this way. For 6, yes? Come in. Right here, yes. Please help yourself. New plate for each serving. Please have wondrous time. Please do not touch the entertainment. If you wish for enhanced entertainment, at 5 past the hour, we will have the vertical display.
Are you telling me that we went to a buffet at a strip club?
You did go to a buffet at a strip club.
Yeah, get the surf and turf, man.
He points to the ceiling where there is a grid of metal across the ceiling. You guys can see up there, there appears to be a swimming pool in the ceiling. The bottom of the swimming pool is transparent. Should anyone get in the swimming pool, you'll be able to watch from below.
Man, every time I come here, there's no one in the swimming pool.
Okay, so I've been in the world's largest strip club.
This is not the
One
world's
time,
largest.
and they didn't even have that.
Real life.
Yeah, in real life, and they didn't even have that. So that's a pretty good imagination there, Eric.
Thank you. For the record, this is an established lore place. I'm so sorry. You can thank the teams of Toivoa for this one.
Yeah, that was good times. poor Octavio.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right. So you guys.
Yeah, I think we'll eat, and I think we want to sit close to others. I don't know if there's shared tabling or what, but we want to engage
They're
in gossip if we
conversation
can.
pits.
Yeah.
So, as you guys go to the buffet to check out the food, there's all sorts of different meat dishes. It appears to be a carnivore's delight. Much to the vegetarian's chagrin, there are only a few vegetables that look like they have been shipped from pretty far away as they're dried and reconstituted.
Brennan says, finally, thank God. Proper food.
All right.
The coatl snake will shift side to side for a moment and turn into a rather portly fellow who looks like a businessman and just loads up on meat.
So yeah,
Meanwhile, today is just like taking some salad.
Yeah. Rose didn't go in because she wasn't going to eat anyways, and she's not going to pay 10 gold just to watch you guys. So she would literally just walk up to a nearby guard and just be like, "Hey, how do you keep the Sturges from attacking the city?"
The guard looks down at you from 7 feet tall with his 6 legs. We don't. Curfew is at sundown. Anyone caught outside is food for the Sturges.
Is there a reward for killing them?
You keep the body. Where do you think the Bitter Empress gets all of its meat?
Oh, nice.
See, that's what I said. Thank you. And then she'll just wait for everyone outside. She'll just sit on the roof and wait for them to finish eating.
The Bitter Empress is quite famous for their harvesting of sturges and victims alike. With your insight check, Sweet August Rose,
Oh, let's see.
you don't need to roll it. With your passive insight, the guys in the buffet are currently eating sturges and various humanoids.
Yeah.
Various people who got caught out at night.
Hey, as long as it tastes good.
Unless those people were miking it, it's
Yep.
tested in. He's the only one who's not being
That's
not
right.
eating people.
Yep.
Yeah, they don't seem too. They're not extremely robust. I mean, they're decent, but I think they have a pretty good to hit chance on most people. So that's, yeah. I mean, it's not like we could swarm through a whole. I mean, we'd have to do AOE's. I mean, we couldn't fight 100 of them at a time, but we could probably fight 20 at a time easy. I would think.
I mean, yeah, just if we get in a nice cave somewhere with where they can't just surround us completely, yeah, we
Right.
could, yeah.
Right.
Anyways, but yeah, that's it for what Rose was doing. She just wanted to ask that, and then she's just gonna sit on the roof and wait for them to finish eating.
Okay, you go up to the roof. Awesome.
Mhm.
The
Just-
roof has skylights, which will allow you to look down at the action that's happening inside. There are large stone doors that will block out these windows at nighttime, though. They
Interesting.
act like armor for the skylights.
Interesting. Yeah, but she'll just wait for the others to finish their meal.
Okay. Down below, you guys settle down into one of the conversation pits. Testu did today with his horrible salad, but the rest of you with the various meats that you have not identified. They are well cooked and generally delicious. After a while, the vampire comes up to the front. Ladies, gentlemen, beings from the plains, welcome to the Bitter Empress, and may the show begin. And the music is going to change, and up above, you're going to see a little scene begin to unfold. It's risque, and generally erotic would be a good word.
Pow, chicka, pow, pow.
As the individuals above you begin carousing and performing acts upon each other, which we will not describe in this channel today. They will be getting undressed, getting in the pool, etc., and allowing you guys quite the show for the better part of an hour as you are in a conversation pit with other entities who are mostly ignoring, but eating their buffet and occasionally enjoying the show. What would you guys like to listen in on?
Just general politics, local politics, local rumors, things like that.
Local rumors. The big rumor that they will be talking about is that the Temple of Mosaba got attacked, and I wouldn't want to be the people who attacked it. After all, anyone who goes in there doesn't come back out. It's rare that people do, and one of the other people in the pit goes, I heard that there were some women who came out. They escaped. They said that they were headed north. Who knows? Well, whatever. I wouldn't want to go in there at all, ever. Don't feel like getting myself blood drained into whatever pit of foul filth is in there. You won't catch me desecrating it or worshiping it. I'll mind my own business here.
Any local politics or
not politics?
Of...
The politics consist of Regan Fang. Man, I almost screwed that one up. Regan Fang rules. There is no political structure. No one complains about the guards. It's more of someone will mention the individual who got caught in the brothel. That's kind of news that they'll talk about. And it's just a matter of fact that that person is now dead.
Well, I mean, when it comes to the landscape here, it's not about the poly-ticks, it's about the poly-sturges.
Yeah.
Let's all right, I guess let's head back to the Bun Forest and discuss what we want to do.
All right. Cool. As you
well,
guys...
disagrees.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, if the rest of the party's ready.
Anyone want to do anything else in South Cove?
Oh, our original mission, which we don't know Rose has accomplished, was to find out about how the town handles sturges and if anyone's paying for them, or
Yep.
paying for killing them.
All right. Well, we also sent Sweet August Rose to go look at the palace. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now, just so that Sweet August Rose can see the palace. So I'm going to let her take a peek at that without anyone else on the battle map. Wahahaha. Wahaha.
Do you get to see what the clone sees all the time, or how does that work?
No, that's something I'm working on with Echo, but no, they do not have
Okay.
any sort of shared mind.
This is stuff
So-
that the Shadow can report back.
Yeah.
I see.
So Eric, let's talk about that for a second. So
Yes,
telepathy will allow us to share images and sensory perception.
Right?
Okay. Telepathic bond is up to 8 people who communicate telepathically, but it doesn't say specifically in what manner. It even says that the creatures, if they don't share languages, can communicate with each other.
Right?
So does telepathic bond use telepathy for those 8 people?
Yes.
There we go. Okay, so I can use telepathic bond on up to 8 people. One of us can view through the Eye of Kydron, and we can all see the image.
Okay.
That's well, that's my assumption
I'm fine
if
with
we
that.
play the rules that way. Okay. Okay.
All right.
But
so
we don't do that. This is just
Right.
Rose doing her thing now. Okay.
So, Sweet August Rose, I have placed you on that battle map.
Oh, is this public? Is this places where the public are allowed?
That is where the public is allowed.
Okay. For some reason, it's very blurry.
It will load. It just takes a moment.
Oh, that means
Oh, there
it's
we
a good
go.
map. That's good.
Did it come through?
Yeah. So the clone does have Rose's hat of disguise.
Okay.
So it is going to disguise itself as herself, so it looks
Sure.
like a normal person rather than just a blob of darkness.
Okay.
Well, she.
Fun part is the horns and tail are back with wings.
When she uses the hat of disguise.
Well,
You gotta bear in mind, what
when
is
she
a
uses the
normal
hat of
person in this
disguise,
town?
They go away.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you because Tetsu was talking. What'd you say?
The horns and hat and wings can go away when you use the hat of disguise, but before that, the horns and tail, etc. There. So go ahead.
Oh, the horns grew back.
Yep.
Okay.
Wild
Damn
Magic
it.
Surge sucks.
I was gonna say, if you want to look like a normal person in the town, keep the horns and tail.
Well, so yeah, she's gonna approach these 2 guards and just ask them. What are they? Are they minotaurs?
They are cyclopses.
Oh, cyclopi.
Correct.
Get it? Get. Oh man, that was. I felt like that was a pretty good one. She'll talk to them. She'll just ask him, "Excuse me, is this the palace of Lord Feng?"
Yes.
Thank you. Does he see visitors
Yes.
other than the condemned?
Yes.
Do you know when?
Today, soon. tomorrow afternoon.
All right. So anyone can approach him, or is it by appointment?
Get in line. And he points right between them, right here.
Oh, is this for tomorrow or for today?
For today.
Mm-hmm.
You notice that the line is conspicuously
I
empty.
mean, no one's there. No one wants to talk to him. I wonder why.
However, you do notice that this over here, this over here, you see where I'm picking, I'm going to send this just to you.
The statue, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't. There it is.
There you go.
Oh, interesting. She'll ask the Cyclops, how long has Feng been in charge here?
Long time.
Like, how long have you been working here?
Since I was young. Better part of 80 years.
And he's been here way longer than you?
Yes.
Grandfather?
Grandfather's grandfather's grandfather.
And he's never redecorated? She looks at some of these statues. Some of these look pretty old.
The new ones are at the far end. And he points behind you.
She'll look at the statues. Does she recognize any of the others?
I don't believe you would recognize any of these people. You haven't spent time in Corlin, and these are Corlin heroes.
Corlin heroes, yeah. You know, well, she's gonna lie about that. She's gonna say, you know, I recognize a lot of the ones further down, but she's gonna point at that one. Who's that?
Great warrior, Ricard von Karth, the Dream Eater, the Daywalker, the Scourge of the Land. Borgos wishes to have been Ricard von Karth.
Good to know. Do all the Cyclops and guards regard Rickard that highly?
No. Kevin not think he hot stuff. Kevin idiot though.
She looks at Kevin accusingly.
Awesome.
Kevin looks over. No. I think Iron Spring is cooler. Iron Spring talk with Fang and survive. Iron Spring have hammer of sky steel. Iron Spring be badass.
Wait, are you talking about Riffer?
Riffer, you
Yeah.
know Rifer Iron Spring.
Yeah, I
Child
met
of Fae, wielder of Sky Steel Hammer, kick
Yeah.
Ricard von Karth ass.
I've met Rifer in the Court of Titania.
Ha 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 ha! You too little and puny to have met such great monstrous hero.
He's shorter than I am.
Shorter than you! Rifer Iron Spring statue not yet made because not enough stone to make. Ha ha ha!
You know, I kind of love these Cyclopses. I really hope we don't have to
Same.
kill them. She looks at the two of them, and I just say, I mean, both of you are great warriors. I mean, I could tell that just by looking at you. Does Lord
Kevin
Fang
not
have?
good warrior. Kevin puny guard. Bori Borgos great warrior. I be training Kevin.
I could see. I mean, she looks at his. Because how tall are Cyclopses? Like 15 feet ish.
These are only 10 feet tall.
Oh, okay. So, okay, they're only like twice as tall as her.
And for the record,
but
these are not technically Cyclopses, but that's fine. They have one eye.
They have one eye. I mean,
Yeah.
what else do you need? Yeah, she looks at him and just says, I mean, if Feng has such mighty warriors as you as guards, like, what else does he have in here?
Oh, Regan Feng have great court. Many people come and speak with Lord Master. He has great pets and higher ranking guards inside. Kevin is trainee, so Bori Borgos must endure the sun.
Well, you know, I have to say that you're tanning magnificently.
Kevin
I heard
looks
he had-
over. Tanning? Ha! Burning in sun.
I heard he has 2 giant snakes.
Yes, the serpents of Fang.
Like, are they just like normal night giant snakes? Because I've adventured across Toivoa for a while, and I've seen some, you know, giant snakes, purple worms. Are they special giant snakes, or?
Giant snakes eat Borgos' predecessor. He did high five when not asked.
Oh yeah, that's a grave offense.
Indeed. That's why we leave Kevin hanging.
Interesting. All right. Well, thank you for answering my questions. May I shake your hand?
No.
Oh,
I
okay.
do not wish to crush your puny bones.
Oh well, I appreciate that. Thank you for your consideration.
Yeah. You pretty lady for elf girl. Exotic from far away.
From Shu, actually.
From Shu! Here, and talking to Bori Borgos. You must lie.
No, not all Shuians are sexist.
Sexist? Bori Borgos be girl.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You misgender Bori Borgos.
My apologies. Rose will.
You have
know,
no
give
way
her
to
a bow.
tell.
Yeah, there's no way to tell. Yeah, Rose will give her a genuine bow and apology. My mistake. I apologize. I've never
Kevin-
met many Cyclopses.
Kevin's trying to withhold a giggle. This is absolutely a prank. Bori Borgos is a guy and he's trying to mess with you.
I cannot tell.
Exactly.
Even with my 33 passive perception, I cannot tell.
No.
It is the most well kept secret in Toivoa.
Yeah. When you look at them, they look exactly the same.
They do look exactly the same. But yeah, Rose will just give him a bow and just said, "Well, Bori Borgos, Kevin, it was a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for answering my questions."
Bori Borgos say, "Have nice day, pretty girl. Do not get in trouble, or we meet again. Enjoy promenade."
She nods and she just leaves. Well, are all these doors are off limits for outsiders? She points around.
Yes. Doors on sides go to armory and barracks. Army within.
Right,
Bori
off
Borgos call for them. Hundreds of army come out and kill any intruder.
Of course. Well, thank you for letting me know that. Have a nice day. And yeah, she will leave. He'll go back to the shadow will go back to the others.
He's gonna walk over to Kevin. See? Pretty girl talk to Bori Borgos and not Kevin. Kevin not good.
I really hope we don't have to kill those two. I love them.
If you
And
choose- What if they choose to kill him as opposed to have to,
all right, so as you guys head back to the Von Karth estate.
Yeah, Rose will fill them in on that. She'll just let them know. Okay, so the entrance to the castle, there's a long hallway. On the side, there's barracks. There's 2 guards guarding the main gate. two Cyclops people. They seem to really respect you, Rickard. Like they think you're a great warrior, and you're one of the statues in like the line of hero statues they have lining this hall.
Eric, would I know about a statue that used to exist of me?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
He'll
There was a
just be like-
statue at the palace. You remember posing for it. It's very straightforward of you holding a sword in front of you in armor with your hair out and everything. It was boring. It was a just garbage day that got wasted in front of a sculptor who had to do it 4 different days to get it right.
Yeah, Ricardo will kind of like a little embarrassed. He'll be like, "Oh yeah, I mean, my parents talk me up all the time. You've seen the paintings around the house."
Well, I'm just saying, a lot of the stupider guards seem to, well, kind of worship you as a hero. We might be able to use that.
Is
Fred's like, "Oh
Regan
yeah,
like your
okay."
uncle?
What?
Is Regan like your uncle or something? I mean, is that a possibility?
I think Victor would have said something about that if that was the case.
Yeah, not to my knowledge.
There's
I
some
think
similarities, and usually
yeah.
when you conquer a place, you tear down the statues of the previous, empire.
I think I'm getting a very strong orderly vibe from this man. He does things in a very precise and orderly manner, and I think he's the kind that follows the rule of law to the letter. So I don't think he actually would have. Well, actually, he didn't tear down Rickard's statue. It's still there.
With your
Oh,
insight, breaking the statues of the local heroes is a great way to get a rebellion.
Yeah, that too.
So Eric, from what we've observed in town, if we do overthrow Regan,
Uh-huh.
is Ricard's dad able to? I mean, let's say the structure of the city stays the same. Would he be able to maintain order?
Depends on the extent of what you guys do inside the palace. There's a chance, but he would need some enforcers, and the 50 men that he's got here are already outnumbered by the number of guards that would flood into the courtyard should the palace be attacked.
Well, if we did it at night, I mean, there's no danger of courtyard interaction because you have all the scourges outside.
Well, right, but you have the Sturgis outside.
Yeah. So, well, yeah. I mean, actually, I'm thinking of the Sturgis as a defense to keep reinforcements from coming to the palace. So all we have to do is get into the palace and fight what's in the palace.
Well,
now, if we destroyed everything, if we destroyed everything in the palace, I mean, I don't know.
What exactly is the goal here? What has this person done that you think simply murdering them and trying to take them place is a valid option?
Nothing.
Well, that was another thing I was thinking too. Is
to me nothing, but
I know this would be good for Rickard's family, but is it the right thing to do? I'm starting to think maybe it's not even the right thing to do.
There's no such thing as good or evil. It'd be putting a friend in a position of power.
This is what Brendan was saying last episode. You guys came around. What's any of it's got to do with us? Like, so Rickard's family gains power. So what?
I would have people who are friendly to me in charge of South Cove. But
Brendan's like staring, like, okay, like what's that mean to me?
I mean, as of right now, we would. We don't know if that's a hold up.
Yeah,
the argument.
Ricard's father's willing to enact such draconian laws, that can maintain order with such a varied populace, South Cove will lose its value. And so you're just murdering someone to replace them for the sake of it benefits me.
Yeah.
Well, no.
Brendan will argue. Hold on. Brendan will argue. This doesn't have anything to do with me, or even most of us in particular. What nobles do in their interactions have nothing to do with me or most people. So the question is then, what can we do to benefit those people? What would a new rule do to benefit them? Maybe what could we try to get Rickard's parents to, what reforms could they enact if we help them with this to help the regular people.
Let's okay, wait a minute. You know, Rickard's dad said he did, you know, the first thing he said was maybe Regan could afford them a stipend or
From
of some
everything
type.
I've seen, he's not an unreasonable person.
Maybe maybe we could
You
form an
think those
alliance with
laws
them
are
of some
reasonable?
Well, other
Yeah,
than,
is the current person?
They're consistently enforced. That's quite reasonable when it comes to laws, especially laws when you're having to deal with literal demons and angels in the same city.
I mean, to some degree, it's more lawful than Nausha.
I reached out to comfort somebody by touching their hand today, and I could be killed for it.
Yeah, but then, you know what? I bet there's not a lot of rape or violence or assault in the city either. I mean, just because we don't
What about
really
justice?
agree.
Like,
I think justice
I
is being served.
justice is an illusion.
you think that it would be justice if I were killed for touching somebody's hand to comfort them?
You knew what the rule was.
Brennan's going to say, I don't think that we're the people to make those decisions. I think we need to find out the people who are actually living in that town, what they want, and if they want to change. Us and elites trying to make that decision has nothing to do with the actual people involved.
Yeah, I'm starting to come around. Rickard, I know this may not be ideal for what you would.
No. Let me get things straight here. I was expecting this place to be far worse off than it is. It looks like people are happy. They're being served well, to my view. Okay, now that we've had a peek inside. So it didn't go as I expected it to.
Do you think?
But I do think that the laws of that place are unreasonable and do not serve everybody equally as well. And they haven't done much of anything to stop this horrible scourge of sturges. That is another thing that they could do to serve their people. I'm not
That's
saying that that it's all bad there, and I'm not saying that we necessarily need to unseat him,
So, Rickard, it looks like your family.
but we
still
might be able to
has-
help them.
It sounds like your family still has some sway with the populace, and I wonder if maybe we could talk to Regan and negotiate a place on the court for your father, maybe your mother and you, and they would be almost like folk heroes or spokespeople for the court. Regan would gain some popularity with the populace. Maybe the people would feel like the laws are more fair if your father had some sway in that, but we have to bring something to the table other than your family name, probably.
Well, how about this for bringing something to the table? The original plan of let's take out some of these sturges, capture some for experimentation, and if we can find a way to deal with them, perhaps a particular ward that's effective, a chemical, something alchemical or magical, something that can keep them at bay or make them easier to destroy, then that is something that would be worth a seat on a council in the major city, because they'd certainly want that.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah, the people have to
alternatively,
want this. Yeah.
we could just cut a hole in the wall and let the sturges into the palace.
See, this is why I like being around you guys. You guys have a lot of great ideas, and I'm not just trying to take over the city just to get power. The Karth that I knew before all this shit happened was a place that served its people well, took care of them, and defended them and provided for them. And that's all that I want for South Cove as well.
To
Well, step one
Just
would be
to the
letting them
day.
go outside at night.
Exactly.
just
And maybe
Yeah.
not be
Yeah.
killed for just touching somebody.
these people have access to the sturgis every day and every night. I mean, they harvest them like chickens. I mean, do you think there's some weakness or exploitation that they haven't figured out that we'll be able to figure out?
I don't think that there's anyone in this world more adept at studying the living body than I am.
And that was going to be my question too. Well, I don't know if were we told did Sweetlogger first tell us about the conversation?
Oh, she would tell him like the sturge, they eat the sturges. Yeah, the ones that are dead in the streets in the morning, they harvest, as well as the corpses of anyone who got unlucky enough to get locked out.
Yeah. Brandon's gonna get on a soapbox and be like, I think though it's up. We're trying to project what we think the problems are into this population to justify regime change, and I think we need to hear from the people because they know more than we do about what their grievances are, and that gets back to these. I would love to kill some of these sturges just to see what the hunt is like, but it seems like they do this already for food. Is this something that is a high priority for them even?
Well,
and do they already know what we're trying to achieve?
Well, first off, we're not asking for regime change anymore, okay? I've seen what it's like there. They're pretty well off.
I'll turn to Rickard and I'll just ask, do you remember what this place was like before she's, gestures at the desert? Like, was it lush? Was there farms? Like,
It was a temperate forested land.
So what happened?
Well, according to Victor, it was the Maladivoro, and people were so scared of it, they ruined the land. And then, of course, the Sturges kill basically everything at night in the area, so there's very few animals.
So I think we're all agreed that the Sturges are a problem that need to be dealt with.
Well, we are.
Let's go out tonight. Let's go out tonight and let's just. Do we find a bunch of them and take some captive and?
Yeah, we'll see how we'll see how bad it is. We can test things out outside the walls, and then if things go bad, we can retreat into the castle.
Yeah, we can game plan.
We'll have an armored sally port.
Do what?
Sally port, basically, where you have it's a place where you can control what can get through because you have 2 doors and someone outside the doors controlling entry and exit.
So I was thinking, let's fight until we have some captive, maybe in some form or another, and then maybe teleport out. Teleport. I like to teleport into a safe location. We could go straight to the Karth.
Yeah, it's not warded. Yeah, because we teleported straight in. Yeah.
So we could teleport back into the palace unerringly.
Well, let's check the castle. Do you have any double gates?
There are.
I have any double gates here?
Yes, there are gates at the front door.
Well, are they like double gates? So you have 2 sets of gates that can be raised and lowered. Okay, so we'll use that. We'll go in the middle. We'll raise the exterior gate. They'll come at us. We'll close it. We'll deal with the ones that get inside, and then based on that position, we'll either let more in or we'll just wait them out.
I mean, Brennan might be able to take a potion of invisibility and just shoot one in the sky, and we can just collect it in the morning.
Well, ideally, I'd like to have some living specimens, particularly if Echo and I are going to be doing experiments to see if there's any particular chemicals or magics that ward them away.
Okay.
Yeah, and it'd be.
I can capture one unhurt and unharmed.
Yeah,
I'd like to capture at least 4 because I want to check for if they have any particular swarm behavior that could be exploited. Like if you've ever seen ants in a death spiral.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it'd be beneficial to fight a bunch of them at once because that'd be more telling about our strength versus theirs than just picking off 1 or 2 of them.
Indeed. I mean, for all we know, we just need a 2-story tall citronella candle.
Let's Eric, let's do that. Let's set up the portcullis as a man trap to capture several things as they come in. We will set up a phalanx inside, and as they draw in, we'll let some of them in. We'll drop the portcullis to trap them. Some of them in the portcullis, so we'll have dead ones around us, and then we'll have the live ones. That's the idea.
Yeah. And we should probably let Victor know that it's his castle.
We'll need a place prepared where we can house the living ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there are various ways that we might be able to deal with them. The things that I want to find out are, one, are their attacks magicals, or are these just enhanced beasts? If these are aberrations, that will be very different tactics than if they are still at their core creatures of this realm. Secondly, what are their senses? Because after all, if they are giant mosquitoes, are there ways that we could trick them into fighting each other? For example, if they are they engaged in a coordinated swarm behavior like bees, or simply all following the same pattern of behavior like gnats?
You know,
And Tessus Denide is really digging into his medical knowledge on this one.
I bet we could capture 4 or 5 of them rather easy. Now that I'm thinking about it, I have an idea.
I also want to check their sexes because, for example, if all the ones attacking are males or females, then we'll know something about their creation. However, if we find that they have no reproductive anatomy, we'll know they're created beings. That will further alter our tactics. But all of this is presuppositions upon let's go smash some and capture some.
So, Eric, if we talk to Ricard's dad, is he okay with us setting this up?
All right, let's go ahead and find out. Because
Art goes, Mom, Dad, can my friend stay over and we can build a fort and find some starches?
He's going to come
Ricard
out.
runs up holding a baby sturge. Mommy, can I keep him?
You wish to bring Sturgis into the compound.
Not many, but yes, I don't think the courtyard may suffice, but I think we want to trap them between portcullis so we have live specimens. Let a few of them in that we could fight and destroy, and kind of do some examinations and some science, I guess, on them.
If you believe you can survive against them, I will not stop you. However, I believe that this is a foolish act. My men will not willingly assist with this. You understand?
That's understandable.
With how we fight, they might get in the way.
Yeah.
Understood.
How are we going to restrain him again?
I don't know. Echoes will do echo things. I'm just gonna drink some brandy.
I'm thinking demiplane. I'm thinking as they rush in, we open a demiplane, and we fight from the doorway of the demiplane, and we could probably capture. It's a 30-foot space. We'd probably capture as many as we want. Close the door.
I was going to say smack them around and rope them up, but
Yeah, I mean, I was just gonna beat them until they were unconscious.
We could do a force cage.
Because killing them is probably easier, but if we're trying to keep them and then maintaining them, alive for this long period of time for experiments.
I think trapping them through portcullis are probably the way to go.
Yeah, I can knock out however many. So.
Once we can examine their behavior, there are various ways if they behave like larger versions of their base creature. For all we know, we could resolve this problem with a series of very large glue traps.
Oh, I don't think I bought any glue. I need to go buy some again. I think I'm out of it. Gamer sighs. He's like, man, that was fun though.
So, Eric, can we set this up, you think?
It's all set up, ready for you.
It's the Mythbusters episode with the human-sized glue trap.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and put you guys on that map. You guys wait till sunset. Is there anything else you guys want to do before sunset tonight?
No, just for strategy. So we're killing some, we're trapping others. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Capture at least 4 and kill the rest.
And then Aimer is saying, or not Aimer, Echo Rex was saying he has a pretty good idea about funneling them through into this portal, I suppose.
Yeah, into the man trap.
Yeah.
Well, out of character, I mean, as long as you do melee damage, you can knock something unconscious once you reduce it to 0.
Well, yeah, that's what Rose was gonna do. Yeah, when the night falls,
the portcullis is at the north end, and the sun is getting low.
Yeah, Rose. Yeah, is just going to.
Is it a double portcullis?
It is a double portcullis, like you guys asked.
I, for
And
one,
this is
think
this is
a
inside
terrible
or
idea.
outside?
You are currently inside the compound. The wards are based off of the portcullis being closed. Thus, if they are opened, the Sturges will come in.
Oh well, then
I
Wait,
thought it
hold
was
on.
a
They'll come.
Sorry,
double
if
They'll
they're
come in through the
opened,
doors,
if you open them, the Sturges
Yep.
will come in.
and we
Okay.
just close them, and they're trapped out.
Here, let's open the door. So let's see. It's locked. So
Okay, so let me go ahead and open it for now, just to make sure. Okay, so we're going to open this right now. That's open. There's a second one there, and that one can open as well. Since it's
okay, yeah,
daytime.
and then we're gonna close the one behind us.
Yep, so we have a tiny airlock.
Okay.
Sally port, yeah.
Do we want? Do we want? Is Brennan gonna kill some of these? Is the question.
yeah, capture
Yeah,
at least
absolutely.
4. You can kill however many after that. We just need to capture at
Mhm.
least 4 for Tetsu, and then the rest can kill it at your leisure.
Okay.
Yeah. One particular thing of interest is if their attacks are mundane, then we have bait. And you see him flinch as a small lizard bites him on the neck and gives him a glare.
Rose will, as the sun sets, she will use her cloak of shadows to go invisible, and
Okay.
and then she'll just wait for the swarm.
All right.
I
yeah.
am doing a level 8 aid spell on Tessitinidae, Ricard, and Aimer.
Okay.
Woohoo! Look at HP!
Yeah.
Look at me!
Where are we gonna? Yeah, where are we gonna set up at?
Well,
There's
we're gonna
35 increased HP.
we're gonna close this door behind us. This first door right here that I'm opening and closing.
Okay.
So that way they don't swarm the compound.
Okay.
And then when we're ready to retreat, we come back in here, close the front door, kill any that follow us in, and then we can open this door and make sure Well, just to be clear, when the front door is open and the rear door is closed, are the wards still closed, or are they
Yes.
going to be swarming
They
the?
cannot go over the walls. They
Okay.
can only come through the portcullis.
Okay, so
Okay,
Yeah,
so
well,
it's
Here's
40,
the
not
thing.
35.
Wait, here's the thing, though, that we can't fit in this double portcullis with 4 or 5 of them.
No,
Yeah,
we'll have to knock some out, and then we'll let the next wave come in, then we'll beat them up.
The portcullis area here is 20 feet high.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If Brennan wants to be up on one of the walls since he's going to
Yeah.
be shooting.
yeah, it's probably a good idea. And yeah, there's plenty of room. I mean, those things are about man size. They're not super big. We can
And,
Yeah.
just have
and
4
since
in
this
here.
is a particulus, so this is like a grate, right? So you can see through it and such normally? Or is this like solid gate?
It's a solid gate.
Solid gate, okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay,
So- Yeah.
still works. So perhaps if we have Brennan and Echo up high, that means if they ever need to get back in a hurry, they can just jump off the walls and be in the safe area.
Eric, can I Misty Step across this barrier here? Oh, I can't see.
Oh, I'll be right back.
Can I dimension door past that barrier?
You can dimension door past it.
The warded area here?
Yes.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
That means I okay, that's good.
That's fine. Brennan can climb up for point of view. He'll take a potion of invisibility too, though, because these are just creatures. Yeah.
Okay.
And Tessitinidae is holding his brazier of commanding fire elementals.
Awesome.
Because want to see how they react to just a large, very hot target.
Okay.
It's like pretty much trying to debug your giant sturges. to see what their operating system is.
Well,
yeah, I understand.
we'll kill one quick and then experiment.
Oh, indeed.
All right.
Like we already know they're not conjured beings because their meat was still around afterwards.
So, we're going to turn off the lights as night falls.
There goes the sun. Here comes the night.
Okay.
Somebody turn on the light.
Aimer pulls out his bug zapper.
You guys never watched The Brave Little Toaster? Jeez.
I'm not a fan of the Brave Little Toaster, no.
No, I'm
I,
surprised.
I rewatched it as an adult, and it doesn't hold up that well.
I think
It's
I can
great
hear the
for
Sturgis.
kids.
I think I can hear the Sturgis now.
Oh.
I think that might be the
A
toaster.
whole bunch more of them.
Yeah, that's rough.
So as
Yes.
they're coming in, we're going to have them swarm towards you. I'm going to give you guys 1 round as they descend to do whatever you'd like in reaction to them approaching. Cool?
Aimer goes invisible.
Well, yeah.
I think I've lost vision on my character.
Yeah. Can you see in the dark?
Yeah, 300 feet dark vision.
300 feet of dark vision.
Yeah, twilight.
Sorry. 1 moment. Updating that. 300
Yeah.
feet of dark vision.
Yeah, Rose is testing to see their. She's invisible right now as well, and she's just standing a little off to the side to see if any of them rush her, if they can see her while she's invisible.
All right. So, here we go. Making sure everything's right. Oh, I made a mistake. 1 sec, guys. Need to correct that mistake. All right. There we go. All set. So, the Sturges are going to descend upon the Karth estate.
I'm gonna cast in preparation. Oh wow! I'm gonna cast bless on myself. Let's see, Ricard. Well, all of us, all the 5 of us. I can't see Rose,
Cool.
so that'd be 5 charges.
Tessidende is going to conjure a fire elemental off to the side over here.
Okay. We will go ahead and get that up there. Give me just a second to get everything situated because this is a few things I'm controlling here.
Yeah, just
some
a few.
movement. I thought there'd be some movement involved, not just teleport in.
They are descending upon the place. So
Yeah. Okay.
it's a cloud.
Yeah, I guess
of
the
them.
aerial assault. I
Right.
got you.
So that's why you guys have this turn to do whatever you want because you see them coming. It's not like they're going to surprise you.
You know,
All
roll. This is
So we needed the fire elemental. And how many hit points does the fire elemental have?
1 more.
it's right out of the DMG, isn't it?
Yeah. Uh, 102.
102. Awesome. Cool. So 102 hit points for our fire elemental. Got it? And you have control over it, and you are set. All right.
Got it.
And we need the Coatl as well, correct?
Yes.
All right. So Coatl comes up here. And how many hit points does he have?
Uh, 97.
97. Okay. Awesome. So as we do that, all set there. Cool. Sweet August Rose. Need you guys to please roll for initiative at this point.
Yeah, are they rushing towards her as well? Because
They're
she just
descending at the moment.
yeah, she wants to see if they have some sort of blood sense or if they're sensing her some other way.
We're going to find out here in a moment.
Mhm.
So, Sturgis, my lovely little Sturgis, are going to roll.
I'm gonna roll my initiative too.
Oh, I don't have access to the fire elemental's character sheet, so I can't roll its initiative.
Okay.
I think you have to give me view permission on that.
I didn't
Or you
create
can
a
roll it.
character sheet for it. I just
Oh,
was
Yeah,
using D&D Beyond for it. If you wanna use
that works.
Yeah.
Sure.
Fire.
Wow.
elemental.
Man, they all rolled nat 20s.
Yep. They're very fast. All right, so fire elemental here is going to have the
+3.
initiative of 8.
Okay.
All right. So, going down the order here. You guys get your surprise round to do whatever you'd like as they come down. So, going down the order, Echo Rex, your prepared action.
Let's see. I'm going to do fire breath
Okay,
from the rod.
cool. Where are we doing the
Yeah.
fire breath?
We'll do it. Echo's going to move to here.
Okay,
He's going to do it in front of him. I think it's a 90 foot, right?
90 foot? Wow.
Yeah, 90-degree angle. It's
90-degree angle.
Yeah,
Actually, I checked, and this got clarified for me.
Yep.
When you click on the ruler, and you go to cone, there's a lock width to height feature there that you turn that on. And that is the correct thing based off of D&D 5th edition.
Let's see.
Yeah, so it's a rounded cone. It looks like this.
Yeah, for 60. Oh, I thought it was a 90. Yeah, or a 45. I mean, is it not a
Yeah,
45-degree angle?
It's
Oh.
almost a 45-degree angle, yeah.
Ew. So, yeah, I'm just gonna shoot it in this direction here, I guess.
Okay,
Uh,
it goes out 90 feet,
60.
60 feet.
So that's
Awesome.
all of this here.
Cool. You're going to deal 61 damage to them. As the gout of flame goes outwards, the flame burns out 60 feet of them. And you watch as they begin to burn. They don't die yet, but they're very injured.
All right, that was my action or my surprise action, I guess. So I'm done.
Okay. Mr. Dinday, your surprise round action?
Destiny holds up his holy symbol, which, it being a week later, has now cooled down enough that he can hold it, and activates his Twilight Sanctuary.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
For 19.
19 temporary hit points to anyone who starts their turn in it.
Mm-hmm.
All
And
right.
the Coatl is going to take a step forward and is going to let itself get hit once.
Okay.
So it is so he's taking the dodge action, but he's going to let the first hit come through, if that's okay.
Very well. Cool. After Testudine, we go to Sweet August Rose. They are descending upon you.
Mhm.
What's your surprise round?
When you say this, like, are they still high up in the air, or
You could reach them with the melee strike. They are right
Okay.
next to you. That's how Echo was able to just do his big breath out.
yeah? Well, she is going to take the dodge action because she wants to see if they can see through her invisibility.
Okay.
You know,
Cool.
and that's it. Yeah.
So after Sweet August Rose, we go to Ricard.
Are these guys next to me?
Yes.
Okay, and Testu, would you have let Ricard know that you want your Coatl to get hit?
Yeah, we mentioned that we're testing everything about them. So the Coatl is specifically letting itself get hit once to see if their attacks are magical.
Ricard will use misdirection on this one here.
Okay.
Have it try to hit the Coatl.
Very well.
It has to succeed a DC 19 intelligence saving throw or do that.
All right. My intelligence saving throw comes in as a whopping 12. And so I will use my reaction to bite at the Coatl. And does the 18 strike the Coatl?
It lets itself get hit, so
Okay.
yes.
All right, so he's going to suffer 28 piercing damage and 3 constitution drain.
Oh shit!
Is that a magical attack?
It is not a magical attack.
So the Coatl is utterly immune.
Okay.
The con damage thing is the start of the Sturgeon's next turn.
Right.
It's still
That's
brutal.
jacked up.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Coatls
that's-
are utterly immune to non-magic damage. It's awesome.
Yep. but it is.
That's why he was able to absolutely body those mind flayers a few sessions ago. They couldn't do shit but get digested.
Yep. So the koala ignores it. Anything else for Card?
Yep. That. Let's see. Hold on. Its direction is bonus action. Yep. So I'm also going to speak the command word for my shield, Victoria Omnia. It's going to float.
Okay.
And then I will start wailing on the Sturge that I misdirected.
Okay.
Because I misdirected it, I get an extra attack against it this round, so
Sure.
I have 4 attacks against it.
Cool.
Now, these over here should be damaged down to close to 60 points, right? 61 points?
Yes, and they are. The problem is that there are so many stacks
Yeah.
on top of
Yeah.
these that the damaged ones have their health bar being overlapped by the ones on top of them.
Okay.
So the stack
I got
is
you.
about 100 characters tall.
I see.
So, Ricard, you will kill the first one. And would you like to swing in a second one?
Oh, I was swinging on this one.
Yes, sir. You killed that one?
This one. Oh, that one's already damaged? Okay.
Yep, that one's dead.
Yeah, I'll swing at this one then.
Okay. With the 29, you strike that one, and you will kill that one.
Okay.
So
I should.
what's our rough estimate on hit points here, Eric?
They have 80 hit points each.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was confused about this one dying, because I don't think it took any damage yet, right?
It
Well,
did from
it-
the
it-
flame breath.
Yeah, from Echo's flame breath. It was right in front of Echo when he did the. Bah. So how much damage did Echo do with that flame breath?
60?
I did 61.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, 6 times what?
Let me do 3-dimensional here. I think that might have been a record here. So
It was pretty.
This is the cone right here, the one that's on the screen, right?
if it was
Like
on
that?
the screen,
It was, yeah, it was,
is it?
hold on a second.
How big is it? It's 60 foot long, right?
Yeah, 60 foot long. and it was in that direction.
okay,
Right.
yeah. I saw a different cone, so I thought there was ones that.
Yeah, it's like
Brick
this.
damage. No, I
That's how
got you.
big we're talking. So massive,
That's
massive
fucking
cone.
crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
13 times 4. Yeah, it was pretty, it's up there.
13 times, 13 times, let's call
Oh,
it
that's right there.
7. 13 times 7. Calculator, come on. This is actually going to be fun. 13 times 7
Absolutely.
times
Give us
7,
that number.
times 61. 38,857 damage.
There's just so many of them. It's just a swarm. It's a wall of bats.
Yeah.
Oh,
38,000 something.
38,857.
Yeah,
this may have been a bad idea, guys.
Yeah. No, it's fine. We have the
Yeah.
wall to our backs.
Yeah,
it's
we're
fine.
good.
Um, yeah, just
All right.
post that in the
So-
Discord.
Yeah, if you guys want to
Yep.
post the number, I will put it in chat here. 38857 is what the total was. For
All
one
right,
breath.
I'll use my third attack on this one,
Okay.
and I assume that kills it as
That
well.
kills it as
and
well.
fourth attack, I'm not going to use because I'm not going to step forward into him unless
Oh, you
there's
can
another
reach
one
upward.
in range. Okay,
You can
cool. I'll
do
do. I'll
one
do another
above.
one. Above me, yep.
And you will kill that one as well.
Ooh, they have a plus 10 too. That's pretty good.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
Can
can do
I?
it.
Yeah, I'll
remember,
do
you're all in
non-lethal
Ithora.
against these guys that I'm killing.
Non-lethal damage. Okay.
So 4 of them are now knocked out right here.
4 of them are knocked out right there. Awesome. Cool. So, as they
Eric.
descend, yes, sir.
Mine didn't come over.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Uh,
Let me correct
no,
that.
it's my fault. I didn't get my token.
Very good. Sorry about that, Brennan. Brennan, it would be your turn.
Okay, so we have a regular action economy.
This is
This is
still your
not just
surprise round. What would you like to do as you get your whole round?
Okay, so it's not prepared action. Okay. All right. Okay, work with me on this because I'm
All right.
going to try some
Sure.
stuff. Okay. So Brendan's not really going to listen too well to the not killing part.
Sure.
Because he didn't really understand it. That's why I kept asking questions.
Understood.
So he's going to say his oath.
Okay.
Made his arrow rain down on my enemy like the piss of a spider. So he's going to be using his oath bow. He'll take out an arrow of slaying.
Sure.
So far these are non-actions. And he's going to fire an arcane archer piercing arrow.
Awesome.
Just test it out to see if it works.
Just shooting it out there.
Like
This is
that.
a perfect situation to
Sure.
test all your combos.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how far can you shoot with this arrow?
Let me check.
I believe your range is 300 feet, if I remember properly.
Oh my God! If that magic applies to everything in that line, that's going to be disgusting.
Yes.
Mine. Well, I mean, I can shoot 150, but let me try to find, because I think, yeah, with the arcane shot, it goes.
Yeah, straight line.
I believe it goes with the ammunition.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. So it creates a line one foot wide, and so it only reaches 30 feet in length.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay. So
that'll be 6 targets.
yeah, I mean that's still
That's
what
a
I can
lot.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's all I can hit.
All right.
So that's going to be my first attack here.
Sure. Let's go ahead and roll that one.
Okay. Ah. Okay, I'm going to use a lucky to reroll. Unless
Okay.
that hits. Does that hit?
It does not. They have an AC of 18.
Okay.
That will hit. All right. So your
Okay.
lucky shot fires off. How much damage will you deal to all 6 of these Sturges?
Okay, so that's that. And then let me get the other one.
Okay. So we're at 20 damage so far.
Okay.
20 plus 36 would be 56 times 6. So 56 times 6. You'll deal 336 damage to the Sturges.
Those are
Several of
pretty-
them will die.
Yeah, those are pretty bad rolls too.
Yeah. So, okay. So then for my second attack, hold on, let me find it. I have so many things here. I'm gonna use volley. Just
Okay.
I'm just trying to find it.
Sure.
Where would this be at? Features and traits.
Yes, sir.
Sharpshooter, pack, lucky, mobile, tough.
It's called Conjure Volley. It's a spell, I believe.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought I had it. Oh, here we go.
There's a class ability called Volley for Rangers
Okay.
as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I might have both, but that's okay. So for this, I'll use Conjure Barrage. Okay.
Okay.
'Cause I found that first.
Sure. Conjure Barrage.
You just test. Yeah, this is the perfect test bed, man.
Okay. Here, let me post. Whoops. Let me post Conjure Barrage.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome. So you fire a piece of non-magical ammunition to the air and create a cone of identical weapons that shoot forward and then disappear. Each creature within 60 foot must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or suffer damage. How much damage are we going to suffer?
All right.
Because there's no dodging this.
Yeah. So for. Okay. I'm trying to see how would I roll damage on this?
It's just 3d8 and we'll apply it to
You can
all.
just roll that button, that red button in the description. You can
Yeah.
roll it.
Yeah, in roll 20, just hit the pink button.
Okay, so I rolled 19.
All right, so each one
Pretty
in a
good.
60-foot cone, so that we established that to be, that should be, 12 times 49, so 12 times 49 is 588 targets times 19 damage. You dealt 11,172 damage.
Okay. And let's see.
Many sturges fall out of the sky.
Brennan, that's I mean, even if there's just 6 creatures out there, that is a really outstanding.
Hold on.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take aim at one. I don't know, one that's still alive, I guess.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna action surge and just shoot a regular arrow at it.
Okay. The one sturge. Got it. You will hit this one sturge right up the beak.
Okay.
The arrow slides up its proboscis and out the back of its head, dealing how much damage?
Again, you just hit that Oathbow pink button. Yeah.
And you will deal an additional. You already did sneak attack, so you're going to deal 28 damage to that one. He dies dead.
Brennan's done.
Okay. Fire Elemental's turn.
Fire Elemental is just standing there dodging to see if they even go after the Fire Elemental.
Okay. Aimer.
See, now I'm debating. Do I like go for a lot of flashy damage here, or do I stand here and look pretty? You know.
Experiment with something.
I mean, Ricard's over here is feeling very insecure after just slashing at 3 of them after the flame breath did 38,000 damage and Brennan is hitting all of them too.
All right.
I just like looked out of my sword like, really?
All right. Aimer reaches into his robes.
Sure.
And he pulls out what appears to be some sort of metal pineapple and hurls it. So,
oh man.
First off, this will be force damage.
Okay.
Excellent.
And it is a 30-foot AOE.
Yep.
So,
volume of a 30-foot sphere. All right. Getting this real quick because this matters. All right. Cool.
And we do. Oh, that's a lot of ones, man. 55 force damage.
All right. 55 force damage. The volume of this is. Yeah. The volume of this is 113,097 cubic feet. Each square counts as 125 cubic feet, so divided by 125. How many targets are inside the sphere? There are 904 targets inside the sphere. You dealt 55 damage to those. So 904 times 55. You dealt 49,720 damage. Boom. Many sturges are destroyed.
Just these sturge parts that's all force damage just flying everywhere. Oh, that was kind of effective. Hey, maybe we can just clear them all out at this rate.
Okay. Anything else, Aimer?
Well, the funny thing is, we're not even making a dent.
It's gotta, I don't know. There's gotta be some gaps. But yeah, that's a tough swarm.
Yeah, I know.
Let's see. I can't read. One of my bonus action give me here. This is a solid door right here, right?
That is the gate, yes. The massive wall behind you.
I'll blade song with my bonus action
Okay.
for some extra AC. That'll be my turn.
Awesome. It becomes their turn. Sweet August Rose.
Mm-hmm.
They fly down and will bump into you. They don't see you, but they bump into you. And the 5 that are around you are going to try to attack you with disadvantage.
All right.
So, the first
So
one.
just because they were they're crowded into me by the what is that, a crowd crush?
Yes.
Okay.
So, 16 misses.
Mm-hmm.
16
That also misses.
A 26 to deal damage to you.
Because of Tetsu, that misses.
Okay. What does he? What did
The-
he give you?
the-
Plus 2 to
Twilight-
armor class.
Oh,
Twilight
awesome.
Aura. Yeah.
Twilight
Except for
Sanctuary.
you're not in it.
Yeah, I'm not.
Oh, I'm not in it. Okay,
You
that
are
hits.
5 feet away from it.
Oh, well then that hits me then.
Okay.
I will use.
Yeah,
well, no, I don't have it out, so
So
no,
that's where the aura is.
I don't see
Yeah,
it for some
first-
reason.
yeah,
I
for
can't
some reason, I'm
see
not
it.
seeing
Yeah.
my aura.
Let me
Like,
go
I'm
ahead
not
and
seeing my
change the
own aura
color
either.
here. I will change the color of it to something a bit more distinct.
Oh well,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
that's
Better?
fine. So yeah, that actually
A
does
little
hit me.
better. Yeah.
All right. So you're going to suffer 32 points of piercing damage.
Mhm.
And your constitution saving throw is going to affect you at the start of your turn. All right. That was 3 attacks.
Why is 32? 32.
The next one
That
will be
misses.
14, and then the 5th one there will be a 20 to hit you. That will miss you.
So how does do I apply the con damage? How does it work when I apply the
At
con
the start
damage?
of your turn, we're going to reduce your constitution score by 1d4.
Yeah.
Which
Oh,
is
okay.
going to, because you are bleeding at that point.
Yeah, so then, like, since Echo advertised it as well, you can actually use your action to detach the surge as well.
Hmm.
It's at the start of the Sturge's turn. It's going to just start sucking blood out of you.
Or you can just pulverize it because now it's just stationary and on you.
Right.
Okay.
So, they will descend on the fire elemental, and we have 16 of them coming for the fire elemental. And so, in order to save time, because they have the flanking and everything, we're going to roll the 16.
Yeah, it has an
D20.
AC of 13, so
Yeah, 16 D20. I got it. And so, you said AC of what?
13.
13. So I missed once out of 16 attacks.
Yeah. Well, it was dodging, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I'll roll the.
Well, it'd be straight rolls because they have it surrounded, right?
Oh
straight
yeah,
rolls.
straight rolls. Yeah. Good point.
So I missed one time. We'll just let it be a miss. And so that's 15 hits. 15 times 4 is 60. So 60 D10. 60 D10. It is dealt 203 damage.
It is resistant to non-magical damage, so that will actually. Holy shit! Leave it with.
150.
So we reduce it by 101. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you rolled
I'm sorry.
367.
367 damage. I misspoke. The 60
Oh.
D10 is 367.
50, 180, 183.
183. That's correct.
Okay.
It took roll
Well-
28 a little bit to roll that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Each of them does take 6 damage, so we know that they will attack a large source of fire that has no blood.
Yep.
I'm calling that a win.
Yeah, yeah. I want to try different types of damage too.
All right. Well, here's the bad part. Here we have 2 that can attack Brennan without having to, or 1 that can attack Brennan without choosing targets. So Brennan. That
Brennan's
one,
invisible too. Just
so a
as an FYI.
17 as it bumps into you.
Okay.
Dealing. Does 17 hit you?
No.
Okay. This one has to choose between Brennan and Echo. 1d2. I'm going to say that the gate is only partially up, not all
Yeah.
the way up.
Yeah.
So you guys can block it from coming in over you. So it'll attack Echo instead. And a 26 should pierce Echo for 17 damage.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna shield that,
Okay.
so that would be a 29 to hit.
All right. So this one missed you. This one has 3 targets to choose from. 1d3. We're going to target Ricard. Ricard. A 24 to hit you, Ricard.
No, sir. 28.
All right. This one also has 3 targets to choose from. And we will attack the Quaddle, doing nothing. This one has 2 targets. 2. That one's going to attack. And it attacked Ricard with 23, missing. And the last one over here is going to attack the Quaddle ineffectively. All right. Now here's the sucky part. Sudags Rose, you can't get back to your party because they're blocking the way.
Well, I know.
So
Well, the thing is, she can see this little corner right here.
Right.
And it is dark outside.
Correct.
No one has any lights on, right?
Right. We're going to worry about that in a moment as we go to Echo Rex's turn. As the swarm fills in all of the gaps of all the Sturges you just killed.
okay, so Echo kind of yells to everybody to get back into the compound. I will close this outer door myself. Y'all know my plan already is to dimension door into the compound. So I can close this door. Everybody gets inside. I'll let it fill up with Sturgis, close the door, and then dimension door out. That's my plan.
There are 4 unconscious Sturges for the record.
Do what?
There are 4 unconscious Sturges at the moment.
Yeah, all you have to do is close that door.
But they're
Like,
not-
you know, just
but
close
they're
that
not
door
in
and
this
we're
room.
good.
But they're not in this room, right?
Not yet.
Correct. They're just outside
They're
the gate.
unconscious. Yeah, they may wake up and fly away by morning time. So what I'm saying is everybody go into the compound, open the door, go into the compound. I'll close this door as soon as this room fills up. And I mean, Rose is the only one we got to make sure gets inside. So
Yeah, how about
but-
this?
Okay.
I'll just send Nanazoatl, the Coatl, to go grab the bodies because they can't do crap to him.
yeah, I mean, I guess.
Yeah, like I'm gonna experiment. Like I'm gonna cast a silent spell and see if that messes with their coordination.
Okay.
So Echo's going to use what's a good Thunderwave.
Okay.
Yeah, he's going to cast Thunderwave. It's on 22 save.
Okay. They can't make it, so they will be
Yeah, I
blasted
wouldn't think so.
backwards. So
Okay.
we can move those.
All right.
Not a problem. I will go ahead and grab those guys.
I'm just trying different types of damage to see if there's any differences.
They can't be shoved backwards, unfortunately, because of the swarm.
Okay.
But we'll deal the 9 times 9, so 81. That's not right.
Okay.
And 9 times 3. Yeah, so 9 times 3 is 27. So 27 times 13. You dealt 351 damage.
Yeah, and I'm going to use a quicken spell and do Mind Sliver on one of these. It's Intelligence 22.
Yeah, watch this one. You're like this. Waha! Check that out. I rolled really well.
Actually, yeah, you did. Yeah, so I'm just checking different types of damage. And I've explained my plan. If you guys, I'm going to let the room fill up and get out. We just need to make sure Rose gets through as well.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, whoever's next, I would open this door and end your turn in the compound. That's my plan. And I'm done.
All right. Tested in today.
Well, Testadin is pretty confident in his defenses, so he is going to say it's going to get quiet for a moment, and he pulls out a copper coin because he lost his silvers to the Hound Archon, and casts silence on it as he flicks it into the swarm.
Okay. You never hear it clatter to the ground.
Silence in this edition is only on a point, not an
Yeah.
object, unfortunately. Yeah.
Yeah.
Trust me.
He's
If,
flicking it to the point.
Okay, yeah.
trust me. If I had, I'd be throwing knives with silence on them all the time. But nope.
Okay, so somewhere out here to see that if it has any effect on their behavior and targeting.
As it flies past, you will see several of them attempt to attack the coin with opportunity attacks.
Right. Yeah, the coin thing was just I misread
It's RP.
another 5e. Yeah.
100%.
But yeah, but seeing if it changes if their behavior.
It does not, unfortunately.
Does not. No. Hey, more information.
Yes, sir. All right. So, anything else Tester did today?
Nope, that's his action.
Okay. So, as you stand there resolute, we go to Sweet August Rose.
All right. Well, first off, she's gonna try to shadow because she can see this little sliver of
Sure.
this open space right there, and it's dark. She's gonna shadow step.
Okay.
Right there. I love. Oh, why is the back door open? That should not be open.
They opened it on purpose.
Retreating. Yep.
That's
They
that
did it on purpose.
that collapses the wards on the entire compound.
But it's all indoors. The compound itself is indoors.
No, it's not. It's an
No,
open.
it's
It's an
open
open.
ceiling.
It's an open ceiling.
So the wards right now, all of the sturges are about to come down upon the entire.
Yeah,
compound.
Rose will.
I thought
Rose.
I asked that question. I thought I asked if that courtyard there was enclosed because we wanted an enclosed.
No, it is not
space.
enclosed.
So it's-
It's enclosed as the front, but not the top. The top has been open air.
Yeah, the magic wards keep them out from
Yeah.
descending
Or,
over the walls.
Yeah.
And yeah,
So if you go through, so everybody has to go through the door one at a time.
well,
Open
no,
it,
we
close it,
just
close it.
we just close the front door when we're ready, and then
Yeah.
we can open the back door and walk in, and then close that one too.
Let it.
It's
let
like
it
an air,
flood.
it's like an airlock. Yeah.
Yeah, back up and let them flood in. Okay.
But Rose
All right.
Rose sees that door open. She's gonna spend her action to close the portcullis.
Okay.
Or I guess is that a free action or a bonus action?
It would be your one free object interaction per turn.
Okay. All right. And then she'll just punch the one of them in front of her, just
The
to
one
see
that's
how.
attached to you.
Did it come with me when I shadow stepped?
Oh no, it does not come when you shadow step. You're correct. I
Yeah.
apologize.
So she is gonna punch one of these ones right in front of her, and she's just gonna see if.
Okay. And currently
it
you
is-
are in Ricard's space, so you will have
Oh,
to move at the end of your turn, which is going to provoke opportunity attacks.
There's nobody here. Right here?
Ricard's here, and
I don't-
Testudinity's there.
Maybe the map is bugging because there's so much crap on it, but I don't see
Possible.
anybody there.
Okay,
Yeah.
you may need to reload. But yeah, you're
Okay.
going to unarmed strike?
Yeah, the one right in front of me.
Okay. How hard did you strike?
And I guess D&D Beyond is broken again, so I'll have to type it in manually. 1d20
Goodness
plus 13.
Been working for everybody else,
I
so
crit it.
You critically struck it. Awesome.
So, well, that does... It does 1d10 plus 7, so...
Okay.
It's not...
That's really odd that it's not working for you.
So, that plus the crit damage, whatever, that's not
Yeah.
important. She's gonna stunning strike it just as it's her con save is a 20... I forget. It's like a 22 or 23 now.
Can't save.
fails.
Got it.
So it's stunned. She's just gonna then with her other attack, it can't resist. She's gonna grab it and pull it in over
Okay.
here.
You pull one of the Sturges in with you, stunned.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You pull it in.
Yep. And then for her bonus action, she is gonna do the dodge action, or she's gonna use patient defense to dodge, and then she's
Awesome.
gonna move
Cool.
out of Rickard's space.
All right. So this thing is technically directly above you. All right.
Mhm.
So after Sweet August Rose, we go to Ricard von Karth. There are 4 unconscious Sturges in front of you, Ricard.
Okay, what I would like to do is sheathe my sword and use my 3 attacks to just grapple the unconscious Sturges and throw them into this area if I
Okay.
can.
Sure, we can do that. Sure.
Okay, and then I'll just use my bonus action to try to like misdirect one of the Sturges here to attack another one.
Okay.
And
Oh, yeah.
paying close
Right.
attention to see if that works.
All right. yeah. Their wisdom saving throw against your thing is a 0. It will attack because it doesn't have a choice because you force it to. And it will impale its friend.
Ooh, very nice.
And so we have 3 unconscious Sturgis here. One. Oh, sorry.
Oh, many Sturges.
Unconscious Sturgis. Alright, so. Got it. 3 unconscious Sturgis. Anything else,
Okay.
sir?
Nope, that's 3 unconscious Sturges moved into our area, and that's it for my turn.
Cool. Brennan.
Now would be a good time to hit the door.
Yeah, I mean, it would be really
Yep.
fun to just lay waste. Um,
Well, you do have a free. It's a free action, so you could attack and then do the door if you want to.
No, Brendan's going to. I mean, he just like unleashed hell, and he's very proud of that. So instead, because we are testing things, I'm going to choose one and cast web on it to see if it falls.
Ooh, that's
Ooh.
interesting.
Oh wow, that's
Alright.
actually really effective. Yeah, you're gonna get a lot.
A 20-foot cube, which means it's 4 by
Yeah.
4 by 4.
Well, it
that
shows how
means-
strong they are. You know, if they make the.
Roll 16d20. They have a +3 to this. They need to roll a 10 or better. You will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them are webbed.
Okay, so that's a reasonable tactic, I guess we could relay.
Yep.
Okay, and then with that, okay, so what am I supposed to do? Close the door?
Yeah, that's probably a good. Aimer could do it either also if you don't want to.
No, I'll just close the door because we're done.
All right.
Mm-hmm. And now that we have, now that we know that the Quaddle can just wade through these things, Tistadine gives him a nod and gestures for everyone to head out the back door because the Quaddle's going to be doing some chompy.
Okay. Awesome. So, Aimer?
We going out? That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Wait, well, I just want to be. If the front door is closed and the back door is open, the wards still stay up as long as
Correct.
one of the doors is closed, right? I just want to make sure of that. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Good check.
All right, so Aimer will open the door,
All right.
and I'll be like, boop, ba-doop, ba-doop, ba-doo. And then I'm gonna hold my action to attack in case something happens.
Okay. Cool. Is anyone going to go back out other than the Quaddle?
There's one more spell I want to test on
Sure.
these things, so Testadine will stay in.
All right.
Yeah,
For the
Echo's
next
going
flick.
to stay in as
So
well.
we'll do
He's
one
just
more
going to
round.
cast one spell. Yeah.
Okay. So, you hear the hammering of Sturges on the other side of the door, and the one that Sweet August Rose has, as Sweet August Rose is no longer invisible, is
Well,
going.
it's stunned, so
Oh, it's stunned, so
Yeah.
it skips its turn.
Yep.
It limply flaps.
oh yeah, she's gonna beat the shit out of it on her turn.
Okay,
Yeah.
Echo.
Yeah, I'm going to hold my action for. I'm going to for when the Quaddle opens the door, and then I'm going to cast. I'm going to cast a spell.
Okay. Mr. Dinaday.
Testadine is going to ready his action for after Echo casts a spell to cast Daylight amongst them.
Okay.
And
Oh, that's really smart.
close the door, and then Quaddle's going to reach over and take a bite and just give a little nip to the one that that Rose is holding.
Okay.
Yeah, he has advantage.
Yes,
18 should be enough.
that does hit.
Okay. Deals sub damage, but also has a DC. My vision's going. DC 13 con save,
Okay.
or be poisoned and paralyzed for 24 hours.
All right. It fails. It is poisoned and paralyzed.
Okay, and Coatl opens door.
Okay.
Paralyzed.
Echo's going to cast Demiplane right here.
Oh, I thought you said
It
you
opens
were going to
the-
cast Dispel Magic.
No, I said I'm going to cast a spell. A spell.
Oh, I thought you said Dispel. Okay, never mind.
Oh no! I don't know what that would do. Actually, might be a good test. I don't know.
Yeah.
These
Yeah.
may all be summoned creatures. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, he's going to cast Demiplane right here. Opens up a doorway to a 30 by 30 by 30 Demiplane,
Okay.
and it's non-concentration.
Right. Got
And
it.
he's just going to let them swarm in.
Okay.
Okay, and Testadinide casts Daylight amongst them.
Okay.
A bit further back from the demiplane.
Sure.
So off map.
Cool. Way off in the distance, 60 feet off the map. You cast
Yeah.
daylight, and
Is
there's
that
a bright
gonna
light over there. You can,
And is that affecting their behavior?
unfortunately, because of the density of them, you can see glimmers of the daylight, and you can see that they are still swarming. They are not affected by daylight.
Good to know.
All right.
Okay, that would have been nice.
Well, like I've got other
Would've been
options. Like
simple.
for example, like if they automatically, if during the day they go back to their base, all we got to do is grab a few and attach time bombs to them.
All right. So, after Testadinide, we go to Sweet August Rose.
Well, the one she has is paralyzed. So let's see.
Do they get a saving throw at the end of their turns on that one?
Nope. It's if they take it
Okay.
stops if they take damage though.
Okay.
So
Very
it's-
pacifist poison.
Right.
You should just go ahead and leave on your turn, right? Unless you want to test something.
yeah, it can't take actions or reactions. Technically, it can take bonus actions, but I don't think it has any. So yeah, she's just gonna drop the one that it bit. I'm gonna look at Echo and I just say, "Do you need any more? We already have 5."
Well, we're about to
I'm sorry,
have-
Tetsu. Do you need any more? We already have 5.
I think we're good.
All right, yeah, she'll just.
Yeah, unless you have any abilities, I'm gonna try throwing a water elemental in there, see if they react to that, and then throw an earth elemental, see if they react to that.
She just shrugs and just says, "No, I'm swarms. I'm more of a single target kind of person."
Okay.
You and
And,
me both.
Yeah, and that's it for her turn. She's just gonna lean against the wall and watch.
Okay. Ricard?
Oh, okay.
I think did somebody already grab the other unconscious one here?
Not yet. So.
Okay,
you
I'll
wanna do
grab that one and throw it in. Yeah, and
Cool.
if there's any other dead bodies, I'll throw those in here as well.
All right. Cool.
That'll be it for my turn.
Awesome. So, we throw those in. Brennan?
No, Brennan's going to save resources, and he's very pleased with the carnage he created.
Okay. Aimer?
Amer's just gonna wait and he'll attack anything that fly. If a surge gets in, he'll attack it. He's chilling beyond that.
Cool. All right. So, based off of the behavior of the party, we'll just allow some spell tests to go off. Cool?
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
So-
I think
Echo?
Echo's going to let Testadinide do his elementals, and I'm going to hold my action when his elementals go off. Then I'll close the door, kind of thing.
All right. Cool. So, they will fill your demiplane completely, which
Okay.
sucks
Good.
for anyone
Yes.
inside there.
Oh,
I
God,
mean,
they're
yeah,
just
that-
opening the doors to that somewhere.
Yeah, that's a pretty nasty surprise box. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's going to be great.
You have just given him the equivalent of a nuke.
I mean, it's 30 by 30, so
30 by 30 by 30, I believe. Yeah, I have to
okay,
look at that.
that's and they take up 5 feet each, so
That's a bunch.
Like
So it's
200 something.
No, it's 6 times 6 times 6. So, not 6, but,
Yeah, it's close to 200, I think, or 204.
I didn't think it would be that
Wow.
many, but that's a bunch. We have enough to
116.
test if we want to.
216, yeah.
Well,
We can
that
test.
that's a test. Even that is when they get hungry, will they eat each other?
all right.
That's
Yeah.
a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, how long can they survive without food in there? Yeah, unless we feed them.
So, Echo's waiting on your elementals. Your elementals will go out there, and as long as they move, they will be attacked.
Okay, so the water elemental they attack and the earth elemental they attack.
Indeed.
And
they
then Echo will
will
close the door.
destroy this.
Now, even if the earth elemental glides into the ground and it's just a bump moving along the ground, do they attack it?
They will attack the bump in the ground.
Ooh, they attack any movement.
Yeah.
Fuck, we
Yeah.
could just make a what's the term for the thing that you feed trees into and Tambark spits out? The grinder. The
Oh, I don't know that one.
yeah, what
Oh,
like
a wood chipper.
wood chipper. Thank you. Yeah, we could just build a wood chipper into the side of and they would just fly into it if it was moving.
All right, so you guys close the doors?
Holy shit!
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. So, there we go.
Disidentity is very proud of that scientific exercise that we've just done.
And with that, we're going to let you guys theory craft for the week as we leave you at the Von Karth estate. Will you guys go in after taking your prey and get a long rest?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we will
Yeah.
have them tied up, and the Coatl is just going to spend some time flying around biting these things, and so by the morning there'll probably be 100 or so just paralyzed ones on the ground.
Yeah. Cool.
Eric, can we do our theory crafting and kind of do our test and our science like in Discord?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to say
Oh,
I'll answer most of those questions. Just figure out what all you want. I will do my best to answer them in Discord as far as the Sturges go. But basically, they're just a massive swarm of creatures that attack pretty much anything.
I mean, they don't have a vulnerability that I see, or they don't have anything they avoid. I mean, they don't seem to run from anything either.
No.
yeah, they even attack the fire elemental despite getting burned by it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it'd been nice to have something that they. I don't know.
Well,
Yeah.
the fact that they'll attack anything moving, I mean, makes me wonder: do they attack ships floating in the harbor?
At night, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, Amber would know that they do.
Yeah.
The ships have to be battened down and no one can be on deck because the Sturges will attack, and that's actually how they harvest some Sturges, is the Sturges that impale themselves into the ships can be harvested. So,
Nice.
This was a very productive combat, everyone. I'm very proud of everybody.
Well, just to announce it, since Tay decided to write the song, this is my first announcement of Aimer for mayor of Nausea. The position is vacant, and so this is the start of my campaign. If you'd like to go to the tavern on the GM Eric Discord, there is a song for my mayorship. Just like to throw that out there.
No.
You know?
That was actually
Okay.
something I meant to ask Basil.
Yes.
Like, what is the government of Nausea? Because
Who gets to vote? Do all the player characters get a vote in this? So we get to vote.
we can hold an election if you guys wish to hold an election. All right. But we will go ahead and cover that later. I hope you guys are enjoying the content. I know we did a lot of lore stuff today, which is actually really good. You guys figured out a lot of stuff, which is neat. I
It's
do
very
want to
fun.
know which direction you guys want to go after this. So talk about it in Discord. Let me know. But we'll come back next week for the next episode of the Spirits and Fellowship.
Yeah. Just one more spell we'd probably do is one reason I want to capture some alive is that we'll get a good look at it and release it and cast scrying on it to see where it goes.
Where to jump from where to go.
But yeah, guys,
See if the bomb tactic will work.
All right, have a good night, everyone.
take care of your
Okay.
guys. Be safe.
Hey, hold on,
Catch you guys
hold on,
later.
guys. Hey,
Yep.
hey, guys, hold on a second. What is our plan for next week? Are we going to try and bargain some type of bargain with Regan Fang on behalf of Ricard's family? I mean, we're going to try and set up some type of alliance between them and establish some station for Ricard's family so that they're protected and better off, and find a way to benefit Ricard Fang and, maybe with the populace or something. I'm not sure.
I, as a player, will go with whatever the group decides. Aimer, as a character, hates Corlin with a burning passion, so most of his comments will not be helpful.
Well, Testadenidae thinks that if we can design a way to effectively thin the numbers of the Sturges, then having the Von Karth family, maintain those things would certainly be worthy of, peerage within the city.
Yeah, it's a good bargaining chip.
Yeah, I think we should. Brendan, the character, hates all this and doesn't want anything to do with it, but it's probably the right thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah, Testu's main goal is just reduce the number of things that eat people.
Yeah, I agree. I just don't know how far we're going to get in that direction. But yeah, I agree.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's Rose's general plan too, because what's the right word for it? The health of the Shadow Cove region is important to her because she, it's you don't want a drug den to be your neighbor,
The problem is these things don't. The problem is these things don't avoid anything. I mean, not like garlic, fire, lightning, daylight. I mean, there's no avoidance for these things. So,
well, so it raises the question of where the hell do they all come from? Like, what do they eat? Yeah, we're
fighting Tyranids.
Yeah, like I feel like there's some things that Tetsu can figure out that might explain where all of this is coming from, because mathematically it does not make sense.
The scrying will fill in that information. And
it might be difficult to come up with some kind of bargaining chip out of this, but it feels like we do need some kind of bargaining chip to approach Regan Fang about some kind of partnership.
I thought maybe your family name alone, the way that everybody reacts to you and your family, I thought maybe the name alone has favor with the populace.
Yeah, you claim credit for thinning the Sturges, and that you might be able to do something with that. Yeah.
I mean, heck, if you've seen Attack on Titan, the way they clear the Titans from within the walls, just that it tries to reach someone, gets its head bashed in, repeat. And we know there's a market for Sturge in the city.
Yeah.
And if you're going to grow farmland, you're going to need biomass, and well, that's a lot of rotting biomass.
I can only say so much because a lot of my knowledge is from my previous character who spent a fair amount of time here.
Yeah. Well, also, what's Testadenidae, the skill expert in medicine cleric, going to find out when he dissects one of these things?
And it's made of people. All right.
Well, for example, if they're all males, then we know that there's that there's a sexual dimorphism that might have just one queen. Or if they have no reproductive anatomy, we know they're drones, like in a hive.
We'll figure it out next week. Let's find out.